What up, though, everybody? Welcome. Shout out, first of all.
Welcome to hell.
First of all, welcome to hell. This is going to be a bitch, dude. Shout out to Kool-Aid, first of all. Kool-Aid's the GOAT. He's doing double duty right now on sound and on the TD booth. Me and Justin here on the desk. This is the NHL Draft Show here on Woodward Sports. I'm Spencer Raxter, Justin Satawa to my left, and obviously the GOAT, Kool-Aid, Brandon Dent.
Kool-Aid Jammers, come on.
The NHL Draft fucking sucks, dude. This is like, first of all, Matthew Schaefer, obviously the number one overall pick. No even like consideration of anybody else. By far and away going to be the number one overall pick. Why is he not sitting in the first row? Why is he sitting 25 rows deep, has to walk all the way up to the stage, dap up 50 people on the walk up, then he brings his whole family up here, now he's sitting here watching himself get drafted, he's on a Zoom meeting on the stage right now. Dude, the NHL draft is bad, man. I remember we did this a couple years ago, and I was with Maddie and Adam, and I drank 9 beers sitting in the TD booth because I was so bored. But, Justin, how do you feel about the first pick, man?
The first pick, I think it was a slam dunk move, and I think the fear mongers out there are going to be like, oh, there goes the Islanders passing us on the highway.
There goes the Islanders
all
right
jokes
by us.
aside, though, I mean, it's an obvious pick for them. I mean, when you're a defenseman who is third in franchise of the Erie Otters in points with Ryan O'Reilly and Connor McDavid, I mean, that's a pretty high class to be in, especially as a defenseman. He's big. I need a slam dunk pick, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was
Consensus number one.
Great Kate Cunningham. Like, good shit, Troy Weaver. You know, like, you don't get credit
just
for...
just falls in his lap.
You don't get credit for winning the lottery. But, I mean, obviously it was the pick to make. He's going to be a stud. He's going to be really good.
Yeah, but we're here for the Red Wings, and hopefully the Red Wings...
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
What?
The first graphic they put up, Erie Otters drafted number one overall, Matthew Schaefer, Connor McDavid. All right, come on, guys. Like,
relax.
Let's set the bar a little higher next time. Why don't we?
But, I mean, hey, the bar is at the floor. We are watching one of the worst produced NHL drafts of all time.
It's bad, dude.
I mean, the Sphere, at least last year, was kind of entertaining with all the...
sucked, dude.
I don't know. I was low-key entertained. I thought it was cool.
Like I say, okay, the Sphere is cool. I want to go see an event at the Sphere.
So do I.
I want to do
Grateful
something
Dead looked really cool.
Grateful Dead looked really cool. My brother went. I don't need the NHL draft to happen where they bring 50 people on the stage for every pick. Like, that's the dumbest thing. Whether it is the organization bringing out their entire front office and explaining each one of them and their entire family history, or the player bringing up his whole family. I'm like, I think the NFL has it to a science.
They really do.
The NBA has it to a science. Player drafted, handshake, off the stage, interviewed while the other team's drafting. That's all it's got to be. The NHL is just... All right, but sorry. I'm going to be bitching a lot about the NHL draft because it's just going to piss me off more. Because we're about, what, a half hour in and we still haven't had the second pick yet.
What?
We're a half hour into the draft.
Dude,
and the second pick hasn't been made yet. All right, it's 21 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so.
I remember I was here really late last year.
Yeah.
Like, annually, this is the second year in a row that I have ended up driving up north right after the draft show. So last year I got up north at like 2 a.m. So we're going to try to beat that this year. I think the draft ended at like 10:30. So hopefully we're not in for 10:30. But I'm hoping we make a move before then. I hope that we don't have to even get to our pick.
Yeah, I just hope that – I hope they put me out of my suffering early. Do you want them to make the pick? We talked – this for you?
Yep. Because we're about to open the phone lines for the people.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so Kool-Aid's about to drop the phone number.
Do you know the number? I think I got it. I got it right here. It's on my.
Yeah, we're going to throw the YouTube number in the YouTube chat. So if you want to call in, we'll also say it for our audio listeners as well. If you want to call in, talk a little puck,
here we go.
Talk a little off-season.
313-552-6322. Call in. We're talking puck. We're talking hockey. We're talking Red Wings. We're talking Stevie. We're talking what do you want to see. Still haven't made the second pick yet. That's kind of crazy. They got how many? What was it, like 5 minutes?
And it's not like they didn't know Schaefer was going to go number 1. Like
Yeah, they
San Jose has to already know who they're drafting unless they're going to trade the pick, which they have been in rumor to trade the pick.
Yeah.
But speaking of rumors.
Ryan, you got cooked at pickleball. That's what you get. I told you it was like a 60-year-old man and woman. He said he's going to play pickleball with his friends.
Yeah. That's how it goes. That's why I never picked up a pickleball racket.
The boomers do not fuck around.
No, they do not.
Pickleball.
I've seen them on the court. Like, they got the special merch and stuff.
Yeah,
they're
dude.
ready to
the copper tone arm sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
No arthritis in that elbow.
You smell like straight Bengay. Dude, I've never played pickleball, but this is all just I can imagine that's what an old person would look like playing pickleball.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
I think it is pretty good.
All right, so tell us about the NHL rumor you got right at the end of heavyweights involving the Detroit Red Wings.
So, the Detroit Red Wings have been rumored to possibly trading Tarasenko as early as today during draft night. This is a very viable source. Kevin Weeks and John Bootygross, 2 ESPN analysts.
Yeah.
I believe they're both at the draft, honestly.
Yeah, Kevin Weeks wearing a fire-ass pink suit.
He always does it up.
Kevin Weeks is the man.
He's got the style. He's what PK Subban wishes he was.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a broadcaster.
Yeah.
Like, Kevin Weeks is that guy.
Yeah, Kevin Weeks is the man.
But
Kevin Weeks is Kevin Weeks is way better than Bootygross.
I agree. On that note, Tarasenko possibly getting bought out. I think, or traded. I think. What do you think that package is going to look like? I think it's going to be. I think we're going to have to give something up with him.
You don't think it's just going to be like future considerations? That's what I think of when I think of Tarasenko getting traded somewhere.
I think we'd have to retain unless we give him draft capital.
Yeah. So you think they're going to package Tarasenko with possibly? Oh, I got headphones. You're good. Oh, you got yeah. Yeah, I stay strapped. I'm a professional. Thank you though. However it happens, whether it's just trading him for a future pick to another team just to get him off the books, whether it's packaging him with another pick or something else to get a player or a worse pick, do it. Get that guy out of here.
You got it.
Got to, dude. There's no way. Like I've said it before multiple times. If you start the season next year with Tarasenko and Hall or Justin Hall on your team, you're not serious about making the playoffs.
I completely agree, and I think that he is the tread's off the tires. I mean, you could see it. I know Steve Yzerman came out in his press conference at the end of the year and was talking about, like, oh, the production wasn't there, but we liked what we saw out of him. That was just a clear smoke screen trying to get any value he possibly could out of Tarasenko.
There was nothing there, dude.
I can't blame him. Can't lie.
I mean, yeah, if you got garbage before you dump it out like garbage, you're not just going to be like, hey, this shit's pretty cool. Anybody want it?
I got a kid's bunk bed, and I'm about to put it on. Like, that's what I have in my home room.
I was about to say, what? Why?
I'm trying to get rid of it so I can get, like, an actual bed in my house at home.
Okay. Wait. You sleep in a bunk bed right now?
Yeah. When I'm at home.
By yourself?
Like, yeah, when I'm at home.
Top bunk or bottom bunk?
Bottom bunk.
Dude, what? Why?
The top bunk.
Why don't listen? I had bunk beds growing up. Me and my brother shared a room for the first like fucking 12 years of my life.
Make sure you smash that like button for my bunk bed.
Smash the like button. I know about the bunk bed life. Why don't you take them apart and put them next to each other so you got a like queen size bed? That's what you do if you're a singular person using bunk beds.
I honestly can't lie. I've never thought about doing that.
Dude, what do you mean? That's like bunk bed 101.
No, but like they're like a pain in the A to take it apart. Like they're like holes. Like
I can't believe you drive a Jaguar and you sleep in a bunk bed. That is crazy, dude.
Well, like for like a while, like I didn't mind it. Like my parents like did let my girlfriend sleep in my room for a while, but then like now that they do, it's
you
like,
guys are both sleeping in the single bunk bed,
dude.
Dude, you're crazy.
Well,
That's honestly insane.
No, I blew up an air mattress in my room, and I've been sleeping on an air mattress.
That's even worse, dude.
Is
what?
it?
Yes.
Dude, it's a really nice air mattress.
Sleeping on an air mattress in your bedroom? That's way worse than sleeping in a bunk bed. Whoa, what is going on right now? There's no way you actually sleep in a bunk bed by yourself.
Yeah, dude.
Oh. Nitty Gritty says I would have guessed Justin's dad would have commissioned someone to make just a race car bed out of a real race car. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised.
Well, I just got a new bed up north, and like I like that bedroom better.
I guess when you have multiple houses, that's something you have to decide for sure.
I'd prefer to have a better bed up north than I did in my room at home because that's where I spend the least amount of time.
That's fair. It's fair.
But
still very funny. You're sleeping in a bunk bed.
It is funny,
especially single like.
But yeah, anyone out there, if you need a twin bunk bed that's in great condition, hit me up on Twitter, and I'll let you come grab it from my house.
All right. I'm sorry, chat. That was crazy to me.
But make sure you call us and talk some
Make sure you call. Yeah, if you want to talk hockey. Jesus Christ.
Well, what is that Canadian accent?
If you want to talk hockey, you can call it. You want to talk hockey? It just rolls better. If you want to talk hockey, call in 313-552-6322. We're chilling in the studio.
Michael Misa to the Sharks.
Finally, 28 minutes into the draft. The second pick was made.
All right, that wasn't as bad as the first one, though. That only took like 7 minutes.
And Michael Misa, and again, yeah, probably like we all, assumed, top 3 pick. Why is he sitting 20 rows deep?
They got to have fans in the first row or something.
Yeah, sure they do. Who's going to the NHL draft? Oh my God, dude. If somebody told me here's a free ticket to the NHL draft, I'd slap him across the face. You couldn't pay me to sit in there, dude. That is torture. That is real life torture. But that's a good pick. Good pick by the Sharks.
I love NHL draft hate Spenny.
It sucks, dude. It's
this is one of my favorite characters of Spencer Raxter.
Honestly, I'd probably rather watch the MLB draft than the NHL draft because at least they're fucking pumping shit out.
All right, but Misa is disgusting. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, dude.
Pull through, step it around, and then a beautiful toe drag, shelf. I mean.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if we could have got a top 3 pick in the past 10 years.
I know, especially because the drafts were loaded.
Like, yeah, a guy that scored 62 goals in 65 games. Yeah, I'd like that. That'd be cool.
134 points in 62 games.
Big
That's
dude.
ridiculous.
Oh, my God, man. Purple hair on her, huh? That's a choice. Okay, nobody's up there. It's just him.
Respect.
There we go.
What do you think about the Sharks alternate jerseys? The black with the fin. I love that jersey. It's one of my favorite alternate jerseys in the entire NHL.
Oh, yeah. Those are sick.
So nasty.
Those are sick.
With this logo that's on the patch. Yeah.
I like that they stepped away from the...
I also like that they changed their blue.
Yeah.
I think that's a better blue.
I like it way better than the teal.
Yeah, this guy with his old jersey, and then this is the new one. Yeah, it looks so much better.
The deep blue looks way better than the teal, for sure.
I have a signed Chris Martin jersey. Shout out. Very Hall of Mid.
Shout out, dude.
Well, he's pretty good. Pretty good D, I can't lie. But
that's a good pull.
I actually had a billet brother from California who came and stayed at my house. That's one of the reasons I had to have a bunk bed.
A what?
A billet brother. So in hockey, like for AAA, people will travel to Michigan to like
you were like
play
the surrogate house or
yeah. So
okay.
they travel to Michigan to play AAA hockey.
I didn't know
in
what they were called.
Billet Brothers.
Billet Brothers.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to my boy Jake Muir.
I thought you said Build a Brother.
No.
Build a Bear.
Billet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Very common. It happens at
okay. Yeah.
It now happens at every level of hockey, and it even goes into juniors as well.
Our guy from Loom, his son's doing it. His son's doing it right now. He's in Boston. He's
disgusting. He's gross.
Red Wings should draft him.
Yeah. Like, give him 4 years. He's gonna be a wagon.
He's gonna be really good. Hopefully, he goes to Michigan State. Oh, we got somebody. I heard somebody.
The Tigers game is also about to start.
Yep.
We got Gibson Long on the bump.
Okay, wait, no. What were you explaining about the Builder brother?
Oh, yeah. He was from San Jose.
Okay.
And
so you like the Sharks a little
and
bit.
So he gave me a signed Sharks jersey, like a really nice one. It's like authenticated and everything.
Damn.
It's really sick.
That's sweet.
But
Shout out your Builder brother.
And he led his junior team in franchise points as well. So
hell yeah.
He's
a dog.
The dog. Shout out Victory Honda, 15U.
Okay,
AAA.
see, they didn't bring anybody out on stage, but now they're just Zoom calling.
Why do we need the Zoom call the war room?
No.
Just go to San Jose, Misa. See you later. Also,
you're supposed to see the
Think
NHL.
about-
The NFL does all this shit behind the scenes, where they're interviewing them and then they play it later.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to see him talk to the. Oh, dude.
Well, let's Sharks real quick. Celebrini.
Sharks, yeah.
Misa.
They're building something pretty nice.
Smith.
Yeah.
They are loaded.
Yeah,
with young talent, but they also luck out in the draft all
Sharks
the time. Dude, no.
Sharks are catching up.
That's the bit all night though.
Sharks are in the rear view. They're out there with Buffalo.
Fins behind, maybe.
Yeah, you're seeing the fin in the deep waters. Yeah, dude, he's a freak. That was a great pick by the Sharks. It was the only pick by the Sharks.
Yeah, for
I don't
sure.
know why it took 10 minutes. You knew what you were going to do, but whatever. Let's see what Chicago does here. Yeah, do you know how much easier it would be to rebuild the team?
Oh, now they only have 3 minutes on the clock.
Good.
Maybe it's because they actually have been doing what the NFL does and actually improving their draft by doing all the
Hopefully.
random stuff.
But they're still Zoom calling the war room for some reason.
Chicago's honestly in real trouble of losing Bedard in a couple years.
Yeah.
Bedard wants to be in Canada.
I don't blame
He
him.
wants to be in Vancouver.
Well, I do blame him. I wouldn't want to be in Canada. USA, baby. But I wouldn't want to be on the Blackhawks right now. So
No.
I don't blame him for that.
I would not either.
Blackhawks are not going to Zoom by the Red Wings anytime. They got a flat and they're backed out in the shoulder a couple miles back.
They are in the dumpster of the NHL.
Yeah.
And then what'd they just do? They did do something really stupid. Who'd they trade for?
Oh,
I don't remember, but I have a lot of Blackhawk friends
Whoa.
on my team. And they made a dumb trade.
I'm not sure. But
Let's talk about the Wings real quick.
okay.
The other rumor that we heard was not Tarasenko, which I think we all can say we would love to have Tarasenko gone. Get Tarasenko out of this
Yes,
locker
he
room
needs
at
to
all
leave
costs.
immediately.
It doesn't matter what. Honestly, hit up the Ducks. The Ducks are dumb as hell. I don't know what the Ducks are doing.
No.
Hit the Ducks up.
Tarasenko and Kosa for Gibson.
Something, man. Doesn't matter what
And
it is. Just get them off the
this
roster.
pick, Tarasenko and Kosa for Gibson. Ugh. Oh, dude, I would be wrecked.
I would be so stoked if they actually just surprised everyone and made a trade tonight. I
don't
really
think
would
they
be.
will, though.
I don't think they will either. But my dream scenario is the trade for Keandre Miller, which is the other rumor that has been lightly thrown around. We don't know the validity of the rumor.
Yeah, Keandre Miller we've talked about before.
But we have talked about it much on Woodward Wings.
I
which
would love Keandre
check
Miller.
our free agency primer out tomorrow.
Yep, shout out. Jeremy Bryant in the Woodward Sports Chat, shout out to JB. He says, nah, they just wasted half the TV time while they were doing those BS conference calls. Yeah, that makes sense.
Let us know in chat how bad those
Pick
conference
is in
calls
for the
are.
Blackhawks. 100-year anniversary. Dude, I hope the Wings 100-year merch is cool. They better put some fire shit out.
They've already released some stuff. It looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
But I want the jersey. And if they do multiple, I'm getting multiple.
I don't know whose jersey. Can I get a Nygaard jersey?
Dude,
I could customize it,
I
right?
can customize it.
But what number does he wear?
He may change it.
He definitely will, because you have to when you're on the Red Wings with so many numbers they got retired. All the cool numbers are retired for the Red Wings. It sucks.
I wish I would have. I think Cat's the next one I'm gonna get.
Cat would be good. Michigan guy.
But honestly, I
I
hope
want
that,
an Augustine jersey.
I hope that
That's-
ASP is on the Red Wings at that point because I will get an ASP jersey.
Yeah, dude.
I will get an ASP jersey immediately.
Sandy Pellico would look sweet on the back. Of the
Dude,
jersey.
yeah. Especially the
see?
100
Oh,
Sentinel
fuck.
jersey.
Who's that? Said
I
the
don't
GM
know.
of the-
Can we get like a nameplate?
We could turn the.
CC's on?
Yeah.
Oh, I think the remote's over here. Or is that one it?
I don't know.
Oh, it's Jeremy Roenick.
Shout out.
Shout
we can
out.
probably turn the volume up a little bit as long as it doesn't. I don't think it's this one. What were you saying though?
I don't know why that. I don't know. I feel like you got to either go with the GM or like it just should be. I don't know. I'm not big on players announcing draft picks.
I'm cool with a couple of them, but not like
I don't think every team should have it.
every round. Like the first round should just be the commissioner.
Actually, Away Fan has a great point. Why not get an older player in the 100-year anniversary jersey too? Like he said, getting a Datsuk, maybe a Hull. I could definitely get a Datsuk jersey.
Ooh, D-Mac.
Oh, dude, that would be fire, dude.
Might have to get the D-Mac.
Dude,
one, 'cause I already
D-Mac
have a Datsuk- I already got a Datsuk jersey.
My Datsuk jersey doesn't fit me anymore, so that's something that I may have to.
I got the
go for.
Datsuk would be fire. I I got the Winter Classic Datsuk jersey, so that
Yeah,
makes
I'm
it-
so jealous. I love that jersey.
That's
Mine
my
doesn't
favorite
fit
Red Wings
me
jersey.
any.
It's my favorite Red Wings jersey
I
they came out with.
have a Datsuk jersey, but it's just too small. It's like a
What would
adult small or adult medium. It's too small for me.
How would I get to closed captioning? Probably info.
And they take Anton Frendel. He's a wicked prospect.
Yeah.
He's probably going to take a sec to adjust to NHL play from the SHL, but he is absolutely disgusting. Oh, my God. 6'1", 204. Hands, shot.
I wish I had someone that was that big on our team.
Yeah. Led Sweden in goals during the 2024 Under-18 Five Nations tournament. ASP did not play in that.
Could you imagine if we had another 6'1", 204 forward on our top 6 instead of just Casper?
God damn it, man.
Like, literally just Casper, and then you got a bunch of 5'9" guys. Well, Larkin's pretty big, too, but...
Ooh, the away fan getting a
Larkin's
Brian
good size.
Rafalski jersey in the New Jersey.
Brian Rafalski, dude, that'd be a good pull.
That'd go crazy.
I kind of want a Yuri Hoodler one. Should I get a Yuri Hoodler one? Nuh-uh.
Nah. Dude,
I love Yuri Hoodler,
No, dude. That's like saying you're getting a Valtteri Filppula jersey.
Hey, what's wrong with Phillips?
Phillips is good, dude, but I feel like that he doesn't have enough aura to get a jersey.
I can get a Shanny jersey.
Could get a Shanny jersey. I love Shannon. That's one of the reasons I'm 14. Him and Polanco.
Shanahan's
They're
the man.
both my favorite players when I was starting
I'm way
sports.
too blown. What would I...
Here, just give me the remote.
Yeah, put on the closed caption.
I'm locked. Don't worry. I got all my goofiness out on
this is a great
heavyweights.
pick by the Blackhawks. Hopefully somebody that, could... They're seeing him if he can be like an enforcer for Connor Bedard. A bigger guy would pair well with him on a line. So we'll see. Swedish guy, dude. You really think we're getting that Swedish guy?
If he falls, I mean, he is the 9th ranked, 10th ranked prospect on most boards. But
Yeah.
if he falls, which a lot of Swedes fall if they don't go early.
Not him.
I mean, they said he could go too. So I mean,
Yeah. Who are you talking about?
Victor Uklund.
Yeah.
He's screaming Steve Yzerman.
Yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
which-
He really is, isn't he?
But I like. All right, let's break it down real quick. 'Cause we like the same guys.
Yeah.
We like the exact same guys for this team. Layden Lankovic,
Yes.
absolutely dog.
That would be.
Dude
I
is
don't know if he'll
6'4", can skate. Every big board has him falling that far.
Yeah.
And if he's there, imagine
Yeah, this
him
one has him
and
at 14.
Nygaard on the same line.
Red Wings got 13, right? Or
13, yeah.
13? Yeah, this one
If
has
they
him at
do
14.
pick, I want either Lankovic or I want Atkinson, the 6'1" D who's absolutely fights everybody.
Jack Nesbitt would be good too.
Yeah,
dude.
Nesbitt.
Like I talked about.
It's either got to be a center or a D.
I want. Yeah.
It can't be. It
yes.
can't unless it's a big winger. It
Yeah.
can't be a small winger.
Yeah. No, you need a big asshole North American guy is what you need. I've talked about that a couple times. I mean, I know they live in Sweden and they love Sweden, but you've got to go out there and you've got to get an asshole. We need more of those guys in our system. We don't have a lot of them. 2 of them are already going to be playing
on, I
on this
figured it
team
out.
next year. Good shit, Justin. When you got, obviously, Marco Kasper, who I'm extremely high on for next year. I think at the end of the year he's going to be the best forward on the team. But when you look,
I think it's gonna be Raymond.
when you look at I hope so. It should be Raymond.
But
I can't trust him yet.
I know that's the easy take, but I really think that this is the year
It has to be Raymond.
that Raymond takes the leap.
I mean, it's not even the leap. It's just do it for the whole year.
That's a leap.
I guess that's a leap.
That's
yeah.
a leap.
Consistency is a leap. So
Consistency is a skill.
because we've seen it. We've seen it for a half a season, 2 years in a row now. Now he needs to do it for a full season. And then, yeah, it should be Raymond. But I think Marco Kasper is going to be like,
I think he's gonna be a stud.
because I think he's going to be around 30 goals next year. And I think he's going to be ratty like he was.
He's going to be ratty.
Like he was in the Worlds.
I liked it a lot.
I did too. I really liked it.
Dude, that's why if we don't sign any top 6 forwards, dude, literally just bring up MBN and let him play it like on one of the lines, dude. Like seriously, like if we don't get forward help, I would rather buy out Tarasenko and have MBN playing his role than.
See, because we talk about, well, I talk about it a lot because the Panthers team last year, one of my favorite hockey teams like to watch. That's not
unbelievable.
like ever. That's not a Red Wings team. Like the way they played. And I always talk about the Listerainens and the Verhaeghes and the Rodriguez and all the depth that they have of just, and even their stars when you look at Bennett and you look at Marchand and you look at Kachuk, they're all just fucking rats, dude.
Yeah.
And the Red Wings are building towards that a little bit. You see it with Kasper, and you can see it with Mazur when he's here, and you'll be able to see it with MBN when he's here. Give me a big one, though. Give me a 6'3", 6'4" one. Give me my Sam Bennett.
Yes.
And I know that's a lot to ask for, but if you're building this through these young guys, right now you have the opportunity to get a guy that fits Sam Bennett's profile. A 6+ asshole who can also do a little bit offensively, and he's going to be a damn good playoff performer, playoff forward. Because those guys that I listed, those are all going to be the guys that when you're in the playoffs, they're going to be taking it up a notch. They're going to be out there like they belong when you look at Casper and Mazer and MBN, because they're assholes and they're not pussies. And we need more assholes and less pussies.
I couldn't have said it better myself, honestly. And honestly, I don't.
Give me the fat one, says DNC.
Shout out to DNC, man.
I want a fat one. Give me Charles Barkley on skates. Dude, honestly, could you imagine, like, somebody like that?
You were cracking me off,
like
dude.
a power forward that was actually, like, good at hockey, but just a build of, like 6'9", 260.
Oh, dude, that'd be insane.
That'd
be scary. I don't know if they'd have the flexibility to be able to skate.
Because, like, Zdeno Chara is the only one that's, like, actually that big and actually really, really fucking good.
Dude, shout out to him. Hall of Fame.
Shout out to him.
Just got inducted.
Well deserved.
100%.
And Duncan Keith, Spartan Dog. Shout out to him.
He was a great defenseman.
Love Duncan Keith.
100% career WAR.
Hated him, like, for a while, obviously.
But great hockey player.
Great hockey. Respect him, and he's a Spartan Dog, so I could never truly hate him. But now now that he's gone and not winning cups for Chicago anymore. I mean, I got his jersey, but I got a white Duncan Keith jersey.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's sick.
I wore it once at a strip club when we were doing the strip club. Yeah, I wore a lot. I was getting roasted. But D-Mac approved it. So if D-Mac says I can wear Duncan Keith's jersey, I don't care what you say.
No, I think that is a fair point to make. The man played against him and
Yeah.
fought with him, battled with him.
In the playoffs.
Yeah, gritty times.
Yeah. So that's all I need.
do you like the Mammoth logo?
Yeah, I do.
I think it's hard as hell.
I think they did a really good
mountains
job.
on the top.
The mountains are very cool.
With the ice tusks.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see how the jerseys look on the ice.
I think
they're
jerseys are going to be really cool. Dude.
I think they're going to be so cool.
Yeah, like I love the branding for the Mammoth.
Imagine if they have a full white jersey, like all white.
Yeah.
And then all black, and then their alternates like a light blue, and
like
an
a
baby
blue,
ice
or
blue. Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, with black outline, the Mammoth head on it.
No doubt.
And their alternate jersey could be like a footprint, like a Mammoth footprint or something. But yes, the branding, they did everything fantastic for the Mammoth. But they should have been the Soakers. Like that's the only thing.
You were gonna say the Yetis.
No, it's got to be the Soakers, dude. You can't put a team in Utah and not call them the Soakers. Like the Jazz. Who listens to Jazz in Utah? Nobody listens to Jazz in Utah. It's a bunch of Mormons, bro. I bet like 7 people in Utah listen to Jazz. But the not Soakers, the Mammoth, just made their pick.
Ooh, drafted out of the QJ this high is a questionable move.
Yeah, another center off the board.
Well, everyone values the center position.
Sure.
Dude, I saw someone today put this Larkin trade out there.
How do you pronounce his last name? Denies? Caleb Denies? Because it's not Desnoyers.
I think it's Denoise.
Denoise? Caleb Denoise. 6'2", 178. Wow, skinny. Yeah, out of the QM is...
questionable.
That is questionable. He's only 18. Big kid, though. So you got to put on some weight.
Definitely going to be a project.
Yeah. Got to put on at least 20 pounds before he plays in the NHL.
No doubt.
You're not Quinn Hughes. You're playing center.
All right. Well, we're starting to get to picks that actually matter because, like, if Philly hits a nice pick here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not lying, though. Like,
no, neither am I, dude.
Like, you saw what Mitchkov was for them at 6 last year. It's 6 again,
dude.
Dude.
Got Zegras. I mean, Zegras.
Dude, Zegras and Mitchkov is going to be
Zegras
disgusting.
and Mitchkov is going to be pretty gross.
Like,
Utah, big pop state. Yeah, big pop state. Big Taylor Swift state. Utah. Yeah, I like the logo though, and that's what you do when you're a brand new team. You draft.
I'm surprised they didn't go more aggressive.
I kind of like it.
The pick?
Yeah, for them.
Dude, I
hopefully that's your fucking Steve Yzerman in 2 years.
Right, that's true.
You know?
I know. I feel like they're closer than that.
I mean, they are. Expansion teams kind of have a cheat code.
They do.
But
they're not an expansion team. They're from Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. They went from Phoenix.
And Phoenix had a good core for a long time, and then they're in all the rumors that they're going after everyone this offseason because they have cap out the wazoo, and they're the third lowest income state in the NHL.
Yeah, oh yeah, Phoenix. I mean, the only reason they tried to make the Coyotes work was because of Bettman. That's why he's pissed right now. You see how mad he is? Goddamn Utah.
He's so bad at hiding his emotions.
Yeah, he's really bad. But no, this is a good. I like the pick for them. You're starting in a new state. You're starting in a new organization. You get your kid that you think is gonna. That's the future of Utah right there. Future of Utah hockey.
Why do you miss the Yotes, the away fan? Let us know. What was so great about the Yotes?
The alternate jerseys are fucking.
They're not gonna be better than those.
I think they are.
Dude, no. I think
the patchwork coyote dude with skating. That's a fire jersey, bro.
Just wait till they come out with like a front-facing Mammoth jersey or something.
You think they'll have pay homage to those and have like the same kind of jersey but a Mammoth instead of a coyote?
100%. Colors would look cooler.
Colors, I don't know, dude. I like there's like green, purple, and I like those jerseys.
Do the Red Wings go defense? I'm just guessing.
No.
Thank you for the question,
yeah.
QB Michael. We appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you, QB Michael G. No, they're probably going to go forward. I think their forward depth is pretty weak now in the minors, so they want to add another piece there. Hopefully, it's a big forward, but I don't think they go defense.
I think Linkovic is the winner here.
Yeah.
For real.
So.
Like if we do pick, hey, shout out super chat. You read it.
Oh yeah, super chat from Brendan and Edwards. I hate that YouTube changed the names.
Yeah, this is bothering me.
It sucks.
I'm with you.
It sucks. Spenny, if the Hawks don't make the playoffs, it's a failure. The Blackhawks or
they're not making the
Atlanta
playoffs.
Hawks? I would say either way. Blackhawks definitely aren't making the playoffs.
No chance they make the playoffs.
Atlanta Hawks, yeah, you could say that. The East is wide open. They just made some moves to switch up their team. It's on Trae Young, dude. I don't believe in Trae Young. If you're talking about the Atlanta Hawks. Or are you talking about the Seahawks?
Don't send yourself down this rabbit hole, Spenny.
Yeah. What Hawk college teams are there? I assume
Hawkeyes. Iowa.
I assume he's talking about the Atlanta Hawks.
When's the big trade coming from Yzerman, Katz, Kulo? I mean, if the big trade comes, it will be right around our pick because the Rangers are picking 2 picks before us, and they will most likely pick and then make a move with us if they want our pick. But I'm assuming they're waiting to see who is available before they make the move, because next year's draft class is better than this year's.
Yeah.
So if they don't like anyone on the board, they could ask Detroit for their 2026 pick instead, which I would do if I was Steve Yzerman for Keandre Miller.
Yeah. Keep this year's pick and trade them next year's pick for Keandre Miller.
If the Rangers would prefer to have the 2026 pick, fine.
Yeah, you say, I'll give you. That's how Stevie would probably do it, too, to make them think like they're making the decision.
Yes.
You can have either one of my first-round picks, either this year or next year. Which one do you want?
Do you want the stacked draft class that will probably be lower on the board, or do you want this 13 overall pick?
Yeah. I would do that for sure. Either one.
I'd give up more. I'm all in.
How much more?
How much more?
Yeah.
I think up to a second.
Would you give up both?
Both first?
Both first. If they say
I would
do
think
it, but
about
you gotta
it.
give us both.
I'd think about it. A heavy thought.
I don't know if I'd do both.
I don't know. No, I wouldn't do both.
I would probably do a second.
I'd give him a 2027 or a 2028. I wouldn't give him a 2026 though, because I know how stacked that class is.
That's fair.
Just going off of the wave of prospects.
IT Hips in the Woodward Sports Chat with a super chat. He says, awesome having you two guys on the desk for this draft. I just hope the Wings trade the pick in a trade package in order to win now. Yeah, I think that's how everybody's feeling.
I have something about that, too, because I got into a ton of Twitter arguments today. I had time today, and I let people have it on Twitter after the Dobson trade.
Got time for that.
And what people don't understand about if you make a move for a 25-year-old defenseman, you're not trading for now. You're trading for now and the future.
Yeah.
And that's where the gap of the thinking.
They thought it. Oh yeah, dude, that
was pissing me off today so much. I was like, I don't care. I'm trading first round picks. I'm trading for a guaranteed top 4. defenseman. If you can guarantee me that at pick 13,
Yeah.
I'd take it every time.
Absolutely, you'll take that every time, especially one that's going to play right now.
Yeah.
So, anybody that says, I don't want to mortgage, that's the thing that pisses me off the most about any sport that we're talking about when we talk about these trades. And they're like, I don't want to mortgage the future when it's like one pick that would be traded. It's like, what do you mean mortgage the future? That's like, oh, dude, I don't know. I think people are they're pearl clutchy. And
They
we
are.
need a star. We're not going to get a star in the draft to help this team right now.
Boy, don't trade Nate Danielson.
We can't trade Nate Danielson. Yeah, God forbid we trade a guy that would be hopefully the third center on this team. God forbid. He's Connor McDavid. Real quick.
Shout out my dad.
Shout out your dad.
It's his birthday this weekend. I'm gonna head up there to
Happy
be
birthday,
with him.
Pops.
So
That's awesome.
shout out.
Bubs TV says, you don't think the Wings will be a lottery team next year? No. If they're a lottery team next year, I'll
crash out.
crash out.
I think every single Wings fan at this.
I'll do this show naked next year if they're a lottery team.
How am I supposed to follow that up?
I mean, just remember it.
I remember it, but don't worry, guys. They got Shea Weber on the broadcast right now, talking to him whatever he's saying.
Shout out Shea Weber.
Oh, he made the pick.
Remember when we were supposed to get
didn't
Shea
even
Weber?
show up in person.
I remember when we were supposed to get Shea Weber. That would have been fucking cool.
That's kind of a reach. Brady Martin was a guy who was kind of projected
Brady Martin, another center.
around where we were going to be.
Another center.
Trade a player from Buffalo. Once a player leaves Buffalo, they win a cup.
Love you too, Mark.
Love you, Dad. Give me Tage Thompson.
Oh, yeah, that's your dad.
Give me Byron. Shout out Mad Facts.
Shout out Mad Facts. This is Mark Sotella, yeah.
Shout out Dope Cannabis.
Love you
as
too,
well. They
man.
hooked it up yesterday at the Michicana showcase. And, yeah, I mean, I'm down to get any – like, there's multiple players on Buffalo that I would love to go pry
give me
away
Tage
from
Thompson
them.
or Owen Power right now.
Literally.
And I'll cream in my shorts. Like, I
will trade
would you
multiple
rather
firsts. Tage Thompson.
Tage Thompson for sure.
Dude, Tage Thompson with Raven and Larkin, dude. Oh my God.
What is Buffalo doing, too?
I don't know, dude. What is
They're
Buffalo? They are
like,
so bad.
They're so far. They're like just past Chicago because they have Tage Thompson and Owen Power.
Tage carries that franchise on his back. I feel bad.
I saw a picture. Who was it? It was Eichel, Reinhardt, and
the 4 Stanley Cup champions in one picture, like going down the handshake line.
Yeah.
Well, and that's my
And
issue.
O'Reilly,
because,
right? Yeah,
Yep,
Eichel,
Ryan O'Reilly. Yeah.
Eichel, Reinhardt, and O'Reilly. I was like, dude, that's crazy. Especially, and they're gonna do it again. They're literally gonna do it again with Tage Thompson, Owen Power, and Hughes.
And
it's
Rasmus
gonna-
Dahlin, too. They have Rasmus Dahlin, too.
I don't.
Disgusting.
At least,
Dude, bring Rasmus Dahlin home. Bring the Swede home.
At least we're not.
Come on.
At least we're not that. Like
That's true.
If we want to feel bad about the Red Wings, as we should, and we want to harp on stuff as we should. And I know this is a really low bar, so I kind of feel gross for saying it. But at least we're not Buffalo.
No, I know.
Because they have legitimate superstar level, like multiple. And this is the second time that they've had that, and they're still off.
They have 3 bona fide superstars.
Bona fide superstars, and they're the worst
suck.
team in the NHL. Does not make sense at all.
And they're talking about extending Alex Tuck, like that's gonna fix their problems. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, does not make sense. I would.
But they're gonna
if
let
we
go
could
of their
get
young
Tage
defenseman.
Thompson, I would. Oh man,
What would you give up for Tage Thompson?
I would give my left nut for Tage Thompson. You would give up anything you have for Tage Thompson. Literally anything.
I'll give you 3 first-round picks and Nate Danielson.
Yes.
Have a good time.
Immediately.
Have a good time.
Immediately doing that.
Because that's. I mean,
I'd probably give up ASP for Tage Thompson.
there would be a strong conversation.
I love ASP too. You guys know that.
I would try everything in my power to keep him out of the
fucking
deal.
Tage Thompson, dude. Yeah.
But if he had to be in the
that's where the
deal,
conversation starts.
if he had to be in the deal,
I'm doing it.
I'm probably doing it. And I love ASP.
I do too.
But like at the end of the day, we already have 2 cornerstone D.
Yes. We don't have Tage Thompson.
We don't have Tage Thompson. So
Oh, that would be God, dude. If we,
I want Carter Bear, boys. Carter Bear, I don't know. I think he's good.
Yeah.
And he is a swing. He would be a swing.
Too small.
But he's small.
Too small. No, thank you.
We need big fellas.
We need big guys. Yeah. I mean, like, I understand skill wins now, especially in it. But does it really? Because, like, look at Florida. And I know Florida's not the biggest team, but they play like they're the biggest team. So you don't have to be 6'4", 230.
No, you do not.
But you got to be an asshole. And you got to be at least 6 foot, 190 pounds.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Shout out to Shawned25 for the $4.99 super chat. Love watch parties while I'm door dashing. Thank you, boys, for doing this tonight. Hey, we appreciate you being here. Go get that bread.
Hell yeah.
And thank you for sharing it with us.
Hey, if any of your orders get canceled, come drop them off at the studio.
We'd love to have you hang
sit
out.
in the massage chair if
if
I get free food. Appreciate you, bro. Don't cancel any orders and get fired now just to sit in the massage chair. But, hey, appreciate the support, man, for real. All right. Finally, another pick is being made in this awful, godforsaken event. Philadelphia here. All right.
Everyone is just shitting on the draft format on Twitter.
We're hearing the rumbles. We're hearing the rumbles.
Dude, what is Charles Barkley doing here, bro? What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, he's a Sixers legend. That's pretty cool. But why are they zooming everybody? The NHL's fucking too broke to fly these people out. They're just zooming people in. This is crazy, bro.
What is this production value by Charles Barkley,
too? I gotta tweet this right now. He's sitting in a hotel room. What do you mean? They probably told him like 20 minutes ago, hey, we'll pay you fucking $40,000 if you hop on this.
Dude, but look at him. He looks like a tomato, dude.
He does. Oh, he's probably golfing all day.
Dude, this is crazy.
He's probably been golfing the past fucking 3 months.
Oh, shout out Shane D. Sorry, I literally hate this new format. I can't read the new names, and it's really bothering me.
Dude.
So I'm sorry, Shane D. We're trying, but this new format sucks. So shout out to you. Appreciate you for the super chat and you hanging out with us, for real.
Keep talking. I'm tweeting.
I know. You're talking about the tomato tweet, which is so
No,
bad.
I'm tweeting about how shitty the NHL draft is, and then I'm going to tweet the link to our show at the bottom.
All right. That's
so keep
huge
talking.
value. So as we are going, Charles Barkley is taking 200 years as well to say this pick, even though he knows nothing about hockey. What the hell is he doing? I don't even. Why are basketball players even here? And they pick Porter Martone out of Brampton.
I mean, it's cool that Chuck made the pick, but like, fly him in.
Yeah, at least fly him in, because he would have been studded out with a 6 suit. He would have been looking crispy.
Yes.
Would have walked across some stage with some aura. Would have been nice. I was about to get screwed for the player they hope to move up for after trading Dobson. That's right. Higgins isn't off the board yet. Hey.
Huh.
Higgins isn't off the board yet.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so Philly didn't fly by us. It's a good pick, but
wow, why didn't they take Higgins?
I don't know.
6'3", 208, though. I mean,
that's pretty good.
They're trying to put that with Mitchkov and Zegras right there.
18 years old, 6'3", 208. Yeah.
I see the vision.
I definitely see the vision. But, I mean,
he's got 37 goals and 61 assists in 57 games. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I guess with Zegras and Mitchkov, you don't want to add Higgins as...
Still, I don't know if this guy is as good as Higgins, though.
No, he's not.
He's not.
He's not.
Higgins is nasty.
He's way bigger. So that's probably what the... All right, sorry. Back to my hate tweet.
Stevie Y needs to trade up. I mean, if it's for Higgins, there's a conversation there. Because I honestly think Higgins will most likely be in the NHL next year. You would be drafting an NHL-ready prospect.
Yes. Sorry. Keep talking. I'm almost done.
All right, yeah, I'm cooking. All right. It's all good, Justin. I know it wasn't intentional. I appreciate you saying D. The Way fan, F the Flyers, F Gritty. I hate Gritty. I'll be the person to say it. I'm not a fan of Gritty. I think it is the stupidest mascot.
What is Gritty?
I don't even know.
It's just like a monster.
This guy's captain of Canada, though. That's a pretty big honor.
I mean, Philly's stupid. They got 2 of those. What's the one for the Phillies?
The Fanatic. I like the Fanatic, though.
What is it, though? It's like a tube snake.
It's a fever dream.
It is a fever dream. So is Gritty.
And then
Gritty's a crackhead, dude.
They do the little freaking gyrate with the thing. Like, that thing is... I think it's funny as hell. I think the mascots... I think that Fanatic's good. Gritty's freaky.
Fanatic is better than Gritty. They're both just nothing, though. But, dude, yeah, this is awful. What are they doing?
So, all right, let's try to predict before we get to where the Wings will most likely make a move here, if they do, or they make their pick. Let's predict who we think they're going to draft, you think they're going to sign in free agency, and do you think they're going to trade for anyone?
Sorry, I'm almost done.
All right, I will just set that up. As Kool-Aid gets into the massage chair, as he deserves. He's the man. Shout out to Kool-Aid.
In Slack?
There is a thumbnail. It is in your personal Slack from me. And it is a pretty good one. Gritty is the slow cousin of Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street who got involved in drugs.
That is true. Gritty is a cracked out Muppet.
No, shout out to Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid made it.
Shout out Kool-Aid.
And if they make a trade for a pick, I have a secondary thumbnail that says trade on it.
Oh, shit.
By Kiara. So shout out to Kiara for making
that
as well. Shout out all the interns.
Shout out to the interns. We got a good group of interns.
Cooking since they've came in here.
You're not cooking.
I appreciate every single one of them.
Dude, I'm
Alina,
so
Haley,
bored trying to find our fucking
Kiara, Ryan.
Yeah. Shout out to the interns, dude. You should clip this and send it to them. It'd be a nice gesture. And shout out to you. You've done a good job in running, like getting them to do everything. They're killing shit.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You got them working.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate all the feedback, and I've been trying to grow as a leader. So, Dr. Detroit, great show, boys. Hey, we appreciate you hanging out. We are relaxing, maxing. Make sure you smash that like button to help us out. We appreciate it.
B-ball outside of the school. When have you ever said maxing before?
Me?
You said relaxing, maxing.
I mean, isn't that just a common phrase? I've said that like.
Dude, well, you sleep in a bunk bed, so I don't know, dude. I'm learning new things about Justin all day today. No, I was just talking about the.
All right, Rando Smalls,
Fresh
Justin.
You're too young for Fresh Prince.
Oakland or Akin.
Did you watch Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. You would have gotten the reference.
I watched a couple seasons of Fresh Prince.
All right.
I watched the first 2 seasons.
I guess streaming is a thing, so I can watch anything.
But yeah, I watched it on, I think it's on Amazon Prime. I think I was watching it like one day. I didn't know what to watch, and I was like, this is a classic.
Yeah.
Turn it on.
It is.
I try
you should watch Martin, too. Martin's better.
All right. I'll watch Martin. I really don't have any time to watch shows, though.
He's supposed to. It's based in Detroit.
I really don't have time to watch shows, though.
Yeah.
Because I'm working all the time, so.
I watch shows on the treadmill.
That's a good time to watch them.
Almost done with the rewatch Sons of Anarchy, and then I'm going to watch Snowfall after.
And it's not a good time for me either. College football video game is about a week away from dropping, and that is my ish. So.
Well, I got PlayStation Plus, so I might just download it if it's free.
It's not going to be free.
It might. On PlayStation Plus?
No way.
I think the new 2K is. I just downloaded the new 2K for free.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that. I mean, that'd be hype.
I'm pretty sure all the, EA games just come out for free if you have Xbox Game Pass or the PlayStation Plus Premium. That's like the subscription. You got to pay for it. But it's only I paid
it's not bad. No,
I paid for the year one, and it was only like $150.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Especially if you like playing multiple games.
Yep.
So, yeah, I will look into that for sure. But we got a couple predictions from chat. Rando Smalls, that he likes Atkinson. We both like Atkinson.
Yep.
If we're going to add a D, we need to add another big D that can fight and who can hit.
Yeah, that's just an asshole. That's honestly all I'm looking for.
I'd love for the Red Wings to have some purple monster in the crowd. I mean, I agree, Jonathan. I think that would be hilarious. Just a big purple octopus just rolling around.
Octopus would be cool. They should design it like Cthulhu, like a human body but with an octopus head.
That'd be sick.
That would be bad. I would be Cthulhu. I'll do that job, Chris. If you're not gonna pay school, you should pay me to do that.
Bro, I ran into a Subway today, and the kid who made the sandwich didn't know who Jared was. Man, I felt old.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Jared, one of the OG diddlers. Do you think Jared went to freak-offs? Probably, right? That's prime. I feel like he'd thrive in those events. I mean, he's probably in the same. Diddy's probably connected to everybody, dude.
Yeah, I think that the Diddy chain goes
very deep, bro.
It's deep
Pause.
in the conspiracy.
No Diddy. Dude. He's like a real life supervillain. That's how I see Diddy right now. You'd hire Batman to fight Diddy. Somebody's got to dress up as Batman, actually fight Diddy if he gets out of jail.
All right, let's go through a couple of these rumors.
Here comes Boston making their pick.
Hagens.
Are you surprised?
It's got to be Hagens from BC.
Do you think that was collusion in the league?
Oh, dude, I feel like it's got to be. Adam Sandler
Who's making
probably.
the pick? Adam Sandler.
Yeah, of course. It's
nice.
Hagens.
Good call.
100% Hagens.
Hagens.
There's 100% he's going to take Hagens.
He's doing it as Happy Gilmore? Or is he doing it as Adam Sandler?
Yep. Dude, that's collusion.
That's collusion, dude.
Dude, that is 100% collusion,
There's
dude.
no fucking way, bro. What? Oh, he just falls to Boston.
And like,
who just gave Brad Marchand to Florida so they could win another chip.
Hey, Spenny.
There goes Boston. Oh,
Well, Boston's not rebuilding anymore.
No.
They just got their other star. Shit.
Dude, that's
Oh my God.
crazy.
No. The East is going to be a hell next year, dude. I'm about to crash
I might
out.
have to do the show naked next year. The Red Wings might be a lottery team next
It's
year.
going to be 94 points to make the playoffs.
We got to get Ekblad, dude.
Oh, my God, dude. No.
We got to get Ekblad.
This is a disaster right now,
dude, that is such bullshit, bro.
Dude.
There's no way.
I can't believe that just happened, dude.
Oh,
no
fucking,
way.
I hate Boston. I hate Boston more than I hate Toronto.
God, dude, and he's a center, dude. He's literally just gonna play with pasta.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, welcome to the league,
dude.
kid. Here's a 50 goal scorer.
Have fun, dude. He's gonna have 85 points at least next year.
That's got to be fucking.
That is collusion.
That's got to be collusion, right? Like that. We were just like, how is he still on the board? Boston's up next. Oh, well, look at that. That's how he's still on the fucking board.
whoop-de-doo. Here's Boston coming up here to snag him.
Dude, shit. Oh,
Damn it, dude.
fuck, man.
Oh my God. I'm literally crashing out right now.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Oh my God. Because also, Boston.
That's so crazy.
Dude, Boston's
dude.
a better
There's
destination
no
than
way.
Detroit too.
There's literally no way.
Jesus. Oh, let me go look how much.
He's wearing the yellow tie, too.
Dude, no, dude. He knew it, dude. He knew it.
Bro.
He knew it, dude.
That his dad's wearing a Bruins jersey.
What, dude? No way. Are you serious?
It just showed his dad, and he's wearing a Bruins jersey.
Dude, that cannot be real. Dude.
Like an old one, not like not one he just got. Like
So we
one that
just-
he's had.
dude.
I mean, I assume he's a Boston fan. They're from Boston. He played at Boston College.
There's no way, dude. That is
There's
dude.
no fucking way something didn't just happen.
And
there.
guess what, Spencer? The Bruins have more cap space than the Red Wings too. Dude, we're so apt. And
Oh, dude.
have patience, Spenny.
You gotta
Have patience.
You gotta have the intern clip some of this. Or one of the interns gotta clip something.
Kool-Aid, will you text Ryan for me? God damn it, dude.
What, dude? That's like
That is that. We are not joking.
the yellow tie.
That is
his dad's wearing a throwback Bruins jersey. Obviously, the kid's from Boston. He went to Boston College. And we were just sitting there like, oh, how is Hagen still on the board? Why did these teams pass on Hagens? Oh, that's why. Because Pasta needs a line mate.
Dude, that is.
Because they need to keep Pasta in Boston for the NHL. Because Boston, unfortunately, as much as I fucking hate the Bruins, Boston being good is good for the NHL.
It is.
And
100% is.
losing a 50-goal scorer after you trade Brad Marchand is not a good way to keep Boston good. So they said, here's your.
I need a second.
That's crazy, dude. Honestly, that's the yellow tie is nuts.
I agree.
That means somebody told him, yeah, you're probably going to Boston.
Dude, he's talking about how it's so special to go to Boston.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, it's so cool. We never thought that this was going to happen. Gary Bettman didn't literally give me a hand job last night. And tell
I'm not
me,
joking,
You're going
though.
to Boston, buddy.
I'm not joking though.
Oh, my God.
I'm not
neither
kidding.
am I. No, they're going to sign.
I know we were joking about it earlier with the Islanders, but this time, not joking.
Yeah.
Seriously, I expect Boston to be better than us next year. Right now.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah.
They are, because you know what they're gonna do in free agency? They're gonna be aggressive to the absolute max.
If they
are
get
going.
Ekblad, I might end my life.
Dude. Do you want?
Allegedly. Dude, I don't think you guys understand how much I hate the Bruins. I fucking hate the Bruins, dude. I said they're my most hated team in the NHL. It's not even close.
And you can just you can sign depth, especially when you have Pasta and you have Swayman. Like, they have everything they need. They have McAvoy, who's a top, 10D in the NHL.
Yep.
Like, Swayman's really good.
Boston just got their Hutchinson, says Ryan Lyons.
That's 100% true. 100% true.
Away
Wow.
fan says I loathe Schittsburg. That's gonna blow. Just wait until they.
No, they're not gonna.
They
They're going down to the bottom before they come up.
Pittsburgh isn't a team you need to keep alive if you're the NHL. Boston is, and they just did. I hate Gary Bettman. I hate him more than Adam Silver. Again, it just flopped just like that. It was Adam Silver because that fucking shit with Cooper Flag. This is the same exact thing. Literally the same exact
Literally
thing.
the same thing.
You traded a superstar, but you didn't trade him. You didn't trade him for nothing.
A conditional first-round pick.
For nothing. And you just get... They're not even going to make that pick. They're going to trade it for somebody else.
Yep. They're going to use it as cap. Then they're going to get someone that helps them win now.
That's literally, it's the same thing. Oh, yeah, the Mavs got Anthony Davis. Yeah, okay. No, they got Cooper Flag. Boston got a conditional first-round pick. No. They just got their future first-round.
My roommate's in here. Shout out to him.
Shout out
Even
him.
God hates the Bruins.
God does hate the Bruins. It's true. He told me in a dream.
That's comment, dude.
Man, bro.
Oh, man.
Hey, man.
All right.
It's good that you...
Trade
this
the
is a
pick.
safe space, man. Love who you love.
Trade.
Justin's got a nice cock, apparently, so maybe you want to talk to him.
Jeez. All right. Well, here goes Seattle. I mean, I feel bad for Seattle. They got screwed in the they fixed the expansion draft after Vegas.
Yeah.
And so they got bozoed into the bottom of the NHL, and they're just stuck.
They're stuck in limbo.
Yeah.
It's got to be somewhere in between what.
Like, they're better off having the first overall.
I thought that was Johnny Knoxville for a
Dude,
second.
I thought that
Dude.
was, dude, who is that? Kevin Bacon?
That's not Kevin Bacon.
No, it's not.
His nose is.
I just.
Oh,
the co-owner.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Dude, he looks like.
His nose is tough, dude. You can't be a billionaire and have that kind of nose, man. You got to fix that.
Jeez, the centers are flying off the board.
There's,
Holy crap.
I hate Boston so much. Seattle is a beautiful shithole. Yeah, my boy Dustin lives in Seattle now. He says it's awesome, but there's homeless people everywhere, like way worse. And he lived
It's
downtown.
pretty bad.
his
I
whole
just
life.
went there.
He grew up at 7 and Ryan, so he's talking like, yeah, dude, it's terrible.
It's pretty bad. I would
And they're
definitely
just-
say that.
they don't give a fuck in Seattle, I guess. They're just doing shit in the streets.
No, they're just doing it in the
pooping
open.
right on the sidewalk and shit, dude. Crazy stuff, man. Oh. Why are only 79 people watching this? I don't know, man. It's our...
The 79 people are vibing, though.
79 legends. Our algorithm is very tuned to football, so
Yes.
anything outside of football does not do great.
Yeah, we are.
And hockey is definitely the worst.
But
But
Woodward Wings does well.
Woodward Wings does well.
So shout out to you guys for
Shout out
making
to you
that
guys,
happen.
yeah, because I love hockey. I love talking about hockey, but we literally can't
on the real shows.
on the real shows,
And it
unless the Red Wings are about to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, literally. So that's why we made Woodward Wings.
That's why we made Woodward Wings.
And it's a vibe.
And
I
it
love
is
it.
a vibe.
Literally love it.
I just rip a coffee, rip my pen the whole time. It's a great time.
Yep, and we're
But
going
it
to have
does
some...
make me miss one massage a week, so I'm starting to I don't know, man.
We are going to be having post-game shows as well
Yeah.
during the season, so look out for that. We're
Yeah.
very excited to...
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's going to be a vibe. I'm
Quick
really excited
hitters,
for that.
boom, boom, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Just talk about the game, what happened, what we're
Yep.
seeing for the next game. It'll be fun. Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah, you
Uncle Sam needs you.
We appreciate all the love in the chat from
Yeah,
all you guys.
we
We are able to do this because you
Hockey
guys...
is the most beautiful sport ever created, and so I like talking about it a lot.
It really is. Dude, you know what's really
Can't
funny,
say it's
though?
my favorite, but it's
My favorite thing on Twitter, though,
top 3 for sure.
is when people
I love football so much.
like try to chirp me and they're like, you don't know anything about hockey.
Yeah.
And like I don't say it back. I just don't respond, but
Yeah.
I just sit there. I'm like, man, it's not like I play college hockey or anything.
Yeah.
Like
Pretty crazy.
I literally played against Carter Mazer growing up, like all the time,
Yeah. Weird.
and like 3 other guys in the Red Wing system, and
Dude, Carter Mazer is probably bullying you.
He's really good.
I
He's
know,
because
I
he's
know. That's why I said it.
so why he didn't bully
And
me.
he's huge.
He didn't bully me, but why he was the hardest person I ever played against.
Yeah.
Because he is very similar to how I am. He's so like fundamentally sound, and he plays the game in such like the right way, and that's like my stick. So like when I go against more skilled players, I can use that to my advantage. But for him, he's more skilled than me, and he's more fundamentally sound than me.
And he's big.
And he's bigger than me.
Yeah.
So I struggled a ton against Carter Mazur. But average a point and a half per game against Little Caesars, which is his team. So
fuck yeah, dude. You want to hear something really cool though? My hockey experience. I grew up playing roller hockey and mini sticks a lot. I'm a poor white, so I couldn't afford to play actual hockey. But I played one game of I've skated my whole life. I've always ice skated, and I know how to skate. I played one game of actual ice hockey. I filled in for a beer league team in East Lansing with my friend. My friend he played college hockey. I can't remember what division. He was D3. I can't remember what school he was, but he said they were the worst. He was on the worst line of the worst team in D3 college hockey, and he was the worst player. So he was like literally the worst player in college hockey because he was the worst player on the worst line of the worst team in D3.
that's cloud.
But I filled in at goalie. He said, our goalie's out. We need a goalie. I was like, if you can find me size 14 skates, I'll play for sure. And he did, and so I played. I told him I was going for the flashy glove save every single time, no matter what. And he was like, all right. I had a Sixer of Miller Lights in the top of the net. And the fucking assholes on the other team, they knew it was my first time playing goalie, so they were just coming and literally as soon as they got past the blue line, just sending clappers at me. Dude, I was snagging so many of them. Just we won 7-5. It was hype. Put on for the team.
And
That was the, but yeah, this draft does suck. NHL draft's terrible. It's the worst thing ever.
dude, I just got so scared because there was like Larkin was trending on Twitter, and I was like, dude, come on, guy. Like, what is going on? But it's nothing, thankfully.
Yeah.
I continue to see Montreal pop up in these rumors, though, and it's kind of just pissing me off.
QB Michael G says, is Woodward Sports going to have remote hosts anytime soon to make it a little easier on the team?
Our post-game show
Our post-game shows are going to be remote. That
Yep.
is, we're just going to do them on StreamYard, so, because, you know, who knows what you're doing on a random fucking Tuesday night. So we're not going to have to come to the studio every time, but Spenny's going to be remote soon because I'm going to move into a house pretty fucking close to the studio. So it's the house I'm moving into is only like 3 miles away from here. So I'll be able to fucking fly up here if something happens, record something. I remember when we traded for David Montgomery, I was at Coonan. I was fucking hammered, dude. And I got an Uber here at like, it was like midnight. Recorded a video of me talking about the Lions signing David Montgomery.
Hell yeah.
Ubered back to Coonan. Posted that bitch banged.
Hey.
When Sell got tested again, he hosed him. Did he? Are you watching the game?
It hasn't popped up on my screen yet.
Thank you, Mid. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm moving in mid-August because they're completing some renovations.
Damn, he gets such great
kinda
bounces
mad.
off the wall.
Yeah,
It literally bounced right off the wall.
He plays the wall really well. I was kind of excited to move in
that's
earlier.
that shortstop
to have the
angle,
Summer
though.
of Spenny, but Summer of Spenny's on pause right now. Why is the draft more interesting than the NHL skills competition?
Well, that sucks too.
That sucks too. Yeah, that's a good point though. I'd probably rather watch this than the NHL All-Star Game or skills competition.
Both used to be so good too.
They were,
Dude.
I don't know about so good. The All-Star game, the All-Star game was never so good.
08, like to 14.
It'd be like 14 to 13.
No, it wasn't. Not when like prime Ovechkin and they're playing in that. They were like trying because they were playing for home ice. All right, fine. Just be a hater.
Yeah. All-Star games are stupid. Even
Yeah,
the
I'm
NBA
kinda
ones.
with you.
The NBA, the shit the NBA did last
get
year.
that out of here.
That was the worst. Dude, first of all, the fucking four nations
All right, here's
shits on any kind of All-Star game.
Oh, 100%.
But the NBA All-Star game was awful. Buffalo Sabres, here we go. Let's see if they can put it in gear.
Superstar that will be traded right here.
Maybe Eisenman trades back. I would hate that.
Yeah, that would be
the game
worst
is
case scenario.
okay, but the skills is lame. Yeah, the skills is really bad. They should just do hardest slap shot, fastest skater.
Yeah, they overcomplicate.
They do too many things. Maybe like They should do hardest slap shot, fastest skater, penalty shots, and that's like it. Like that's all you need. Maybe a hand dribbling course, but
dude, Bob Ojanowski tweeted out, NHL draft is underway and the Wings are picking 13th or trading. Not sure why people are so antsy. Wings have made the playoffs 25 times in the past 34 years. Hell of a percentage. Shut the hell up.
There's no way.
Dude, no, I literally read that verbatim. Literally verbatim.
He's got to be trolling, dude. He's got to be trolling. Like, Wojo,
dude,
put the G&Ts down and relax a little bit because
they just took a D.
Shut up. Dude, that's crazy.
No, that's insane.
I like Wojo. He's funny.
Yeah, he is, but and I respect him as a broadcaster.
I don't really respect him as a journalist. I respect him as a broadcaster, but not a writer. He's dude, you would respect him as a writer, but I don't.
What are we talking about here?
Michigan.
Michigan's
little.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Michigan's
I don't like
girl.
him talking about Michigan.
Dude, he just
glazes them.
He glazes them so hard.
But I strive not to be that. That's why I said Oklahoma's going to beat him in week 2. But we're not talking about college football.
I don't think that's going to happen. But
you'd be surprised.
Yeah, honestly, Oklahoma's defense is really good.
And they got another top tier edge, and they got the best transfer portal in the player in the transfer, the quarterback, John Mater. NHL draft is underway, and the Wings
dribbling, not juggling. DNC, a puck dribbling competition, not juggling.
NHL draft is underway, and the Wings are picking 13th or trading. Not sure why people are so antsy. Wings have made the playoffs 25 times in the past 34 years. Hell of a percentage.
Wojo, you know, like, I would say 80% of the, not 80%, probably like 45 to 60% of the Red Wings fan base is under 34 years old. So, like, what are we doing here? 25 times in 35 years. Yeah, how many in the past 10?
Yeah, I'm quote tweeting.
Like,
I gotta quote tweet that.
I know 34 years is only a blip of your life, old man. But listen, that's more than I've been alive. Jesus Christ, bro. What? There's no way that's a real tweet.
Dude, I'm reading it right here. I promise you.
Zamboni races would be cool. I would definitely watch that. My boy Dilly would win. My brother's friend does the Zamboni for LCA. He's the man. Shout out Dilly. I can't believe Wojo said that. Dude. Well, I mean, I can definitely believe it.
I can believe it.
But it's just so stupid.
That's insane.
I'm trying not to be disrespectful, but what else can you say about that? Other than it's just
they haven't made the playoffs in 10 years.
It's just a stupid thing to say.
This is what is wrong with the Red Wings fan base.
Fan base is over 50. You'd be surprised, Rando. You'd be surprised. I would say 100% or 90% of Red Wings Twitter is under 34.
Dude, Red Wings Twitter is a bunch of children.
Yeah, all Twitter is a bunch of children. Pistons Twitter is the same thing. That's why when I said 70, that was way too aggressive. I knew that. But 40, I would say 40 to 45 are under the age of 34.
Dude, shout out
because that's me and all my friends too.
Honestly, I'm deleting my tweet because Red Wings diehard hits the nail on the head for me with the Wojo tweet. Shout out to him. He's the boy, Matt. He works at Troy Sports Center. We were over there.
Shout out, Matt.
Shooting the ish on some hockey.
I go to Troy Sports Center every year on New Year's Day to ice skate with my family.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we've been doing that for my whole life.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, you see Chris Draper all the time.
Yeah, he hooks
all the time.
He hooks it up at drop-in. I appreciate him. So he said, a quote tweeting what we just told you from Woj about 25 times in the past 34 years, hell of a percentage. Wings fans, feeling tired of mediocrity, craving to be relevant league-wide again? Red Wings media, have you considered living in the past? This is the shit I'm getting tired of. Blockbuster Video made millions of dollars 25 of the last 34 years. How's that going in 2025? Shout out to Matt, dude. Make sure you give him a follow. Red Wings diehards on Twitter.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He cracks me up. That is a good one, dude.
That's really good. What's his at?
Red Wing diehards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you can just go to my profile, I retweeted it.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
That is.
Have you considered living in the past?
A Blockbuster line got me, dude.
That's fucking
I didn't
hilarious.
even read that part before I read that one for the first time to you.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't. Because that's my live reaction. That is funny as hell. Oh my God. Atkinson, and this is a tremendous win. I mean, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a tremendous win. I'd say a tremendous win would be trading the pick for Keandre Miller, but I mean, that's just me. Me personally.
Oh man, that's a really good tweet, dude.
Yeah, that's gonna blow up.
Shout out to Matt. Okay. Sorry, what did you say?
Someone said Atkinson, and this is a big win, and I said the only way this is a big win is if you trade for someone like Keandre Miller.
Yes. Yeah, the only way it's a big win is if you don't make the pick.
Like I'll take.
It'd be cool. I would love Atkinson.
I'll take a good prospect, but I think we're talking
I'd
about.
take Atkinson. Obviously we talked about Linden. Like
Tigers down 1-0. By the
Nesbitt
way.
a little bit. Tigers up 1-0.
Down 1-0. By the way.
Sawyer Gibson Long on the mound.
Yep. Twins pitcher is throwing pretty well right now.
What inning?
Bottom 4.
Okay.
2 outs. No one on.
Do we have any hits?
I do not have the box score up.
Okay. Oh man, that's really funny. Have you considered living in the past? That's literally what he said. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not trying to be disrespectful for Wojo because I'm not anymore. At one point in my life, I was a journalist. At one point in my life, I published articles for a very well-known journalism institution. I'm not a journalist anymore, but I like to show respect to journalists because I understand how tough it is to do their job and everything that they have to go through. Wojo, maybe not so much anymore. He probably just makes calls and then just makes shit up. But that is just ridiculous to say. They made the playoffs 25 times in the past 34 years. Yeah, okay, Wojo. Like, sure, man.
Dude, yeah, that's insane.
You're right, buddy. You want another gin and tonic? Listen, we're having surf sides. You can't say that and like be a real person. That's imagine somebody's dude.
And shout out Bob Smith in the chat. I'm over 75 and watch Gordie Howe and the crew at Olympia. I want to have you guys have that experience, the great times. I'd love it, man, because I wasn't old enough to remember 08. Like I like remember it slightly, but like not well enough to like be like for Michigan. Like for Michigan when they won the Natty or Western when they won the Natty. Like I remember those so like fondly. Like I know the games in and out. Like I know the experience in and out, but I don't have that for the Red Wings. And like that is what I crave. I crave to not just be because I remember all the losses like after. Like I started to really like remember the times when it was like 2011, 2012. We kept losing to the Sharks.
Yeah.
And we kept like getting first round exit after first round exit, second round exit, and that's where. Like I've just been starved. I've literally been starved my entire life, and like when with Woj saying that to our fan base, that's ridiculous.
That's a spit in the face.
Literally,
that is literally a spit in the face of young fans saying, "Hey, I'm old. Get over it." Like, dude, that's gross, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Of course, you mean Gordy. Yeah, it's literally him saying, "Yeah, I know you guys want a top 3 forward, but you remember, the Red Wings had this guy named Gordie Howe, so you shouldn't be complaining." Like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude, they're talking about the Mighty Ducks movie. Why are they talking about the Mighty Ducks movie?
I don't know. The NHL draft is
get
fucking
to
awful.
the point.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I thought it was going to be better because they weren't bringing up 50 people for every pick, but it's even worse because they're just zooming them in. And who's that? She's kind of hot. Definitely a MILF. Are those the kids from the Mighty Ducks movie? Is that who that is?
I think so.
Damn. She looks pretty good. All right, but still. They're trading?
Oh, no. I thought they just took Landon.
Oh, man. Under McClellan, our winning percentage was on pace for 95 points this season. That's, yeah, obviously, you know, McClellan was a huge upgrade, and a lot of it paid off at the beginning, but we need Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond to play a full season. That's what we need. They can't just, if they wouldn't have been bad in the second half, we would have made the playoffs. But I don't want to just make the playoffs. I want to win a playoff series at least. And I think we need a goaltender and we need another asshole to do that. Because if we get into the playoffs, and if we would have gotten to the playoffs, snuck in, and saw Florida in the first round, it would have set us back even further because somebody would have got injured. We would have gotten killed by the Panthers.
All right, so supposedly us, Columbus, and the Kings are in on Keandre Miller.
Dude, we have to get him then, if that's true. If he goes to Columbus and we don't get him,
that would be yeah, literally, dude. We were watching us get passed by in real time.
Oh,
Dude, their decor would be disgusting. Rensky, Provov, and
calling me right
Keandre
now.
Miller.
why is Easy calling me? Should I put him on speaker? Easy, I'm putting you on speaker. You're live on air. What's up?
Dude, first time caller, long time listener.
Hey, appreciate you,
Fan of
man.
the Show, boys.
Yeah, thank you.
Shit, yeah, man. I wanted to call you because I want to get your opinion on some crazy shit I just read.
All right, what'd you read?
Remember that guy from Michigan that like all his computers got looked into?
The coach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh knew about it. He was looking into girls' profiles, had like access to all their private photos and shit.
Per who?
The Detroit News. I just sent it in the group chat.
Oh, no way.
No way.
All right, hold on. We're taking a quick break from the NHL real quick because this is breaking
No
news. We
way.
have to break this. We
All
don't,
right.
like we.
Man.
Well, sorry guys. I know you're here for the Red Wings talk.
I'm just saying this happened. You guys talk about it. I'll clip it.
Hey,
That's
that's a viral clip. We're definitely gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we're talking about it right now. Tell him to hang
and
up.
Real quick,
I have the article.
Real quick, Michael DeVries, Nick Castellanos moment. Shout out to Michael DeVries for the 5 gifted subs in the chat.
Hey,
All right,
shout out.
We're gonna break this down. We'll call you back. All right. So, do you have the article? Read the article. Or read the.
I can't read the article because I don't subscribe to Detroit News.
Oh, dude. Neither do I.
All right, we gotta find some more information on this.
You sent it in the chat. There's no way.
Dude, that's got to be
okay.
going viral right now, right?
Okay, here we go. This is from Robert Snell of the Detroit News. University of Michigan officials let Matt Weiss, the former University of Michigan co-offensive coordinator, coach in the 2022 Fiesta Bowl, despite knowing he hacked into the personal accounts of female college athletes, according to a new federal lawsuit filed Friday. The allegation was contained in the lawsuit by 11 female students at U of M and other schools that added former football coach Jim Harbaugh as a defendant, along with former president Santa Ono and athletic director Ward Manuel and others, including former president Mark Schlissel. The lawsuit filed by the women, who are referred to as Jane Does, and all but one of whom was a student athlete. It is an amended version of a civil complaint initially filed in March in federal court in Detroit. The lawsuit alleges that unnamed U of M staff members saw Weiss viewing private information belonging to the female students between December 21st through the 23rd, 2022. At Schembechler Hall, the nerve center of U of M's football team. The staffer reported it to the university officials before the Fiesta Bowl on December 31st, 2022, which U of M lost 51-45 to TCU. Wow. In this way, the university placed profits before people, particularly women and female student athletes. Lawyers for the women wrote in the lawsuit. The lawsuit offers a harsh portrayal of Harbaugh, who led Michigan to a national championship in 2023 in his 9th season, and describes harm suffered by the female college students whose private information was hacked. For several victims, including professional soccer player, that harm includes being deprived of using their name, images, and likeness, or the valuable data being compromised and sold. Harbaugh, this is a quote, Harbaugh led and encouraged a culture within the football program that resulted in a complete lack of oversight or protection for non-football student athletes, the lawsuit alleges. Had Harbaugh implemented basic oversight of his staff, plaintiffs would have been protected against predators such as Weiss. Harbaugh, Manuel, and others failed to act to protect students, the lawsuit alleges.
Wow.
More than 80 female student
Oh my
athletes
God.
nationwide. 13 civil cases.
Wow. Well, that is.
Wait. Weiss is accused of downloading personal information and medical data from more than 150,000 athletes and using that information to obtain access to the social media, email, and cloud storage accounts of more than 3,000 athletes and download personal, intimate digital photographs and videos that were never intended to be shared beyond intimate partners, federal prosecutors said. 3,000 student athletes.
3,000? Wow. I mean, hey, that's 100% effed up. And prayers up to all those victims and their families for going through this trauma. But, I mean,
24 counts.
This is what everyone says they want to do, to sell their soul for a national championship.
Okay, no. No, that's different. This is sexual assault. This is.
Oh, it's SA?
Yeah, dude, it's stealing intimate pictures of 3,000 women. This is not the cheating scandal. This is the Matt Weiss computer scandal of stealing student athletes.
Yeah, that's
images and videos of them from their phones.
I can't believe that Harbaugh knew about. He knew about it before the TCU game and let him coach in that.
Yes, it was made aware.
How?
To the entire organization before the TCU game.
The entire organization?
Yeah. And Weiss was hired by Harbaugh from the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, we know about where Matt Weiss came from. Yeah, this is the raid when they got the computers from his office, because it was intimate pictures of 3,000 student athletes. Like, let me read that again. Yeah, this is not about the sign stealing.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Sorry.
This is, let me find those numbers again. Here it is. Weiss is accused, the allegations surfaced 3 months after Weiss was indicted in federal court and accused of gaining legal access to a database of student athletes that more than 100 colleges and universities that was maintained by a third-party company. Weiss is accused of downloading personal information and medical data for more than 150,000 athletes and using that information to obtain access to the social media, email, and cloud storage accounts of more than 3,000 athletes, and downloading personal, intimate digital photographs and videos. That's naked sex videos,
yes.
That's what that is. That were never intended to be shared beyond intimate partners, federal prosecutors said.
So they took people's intimate text.
He was looking at naked pictures of student athletes that he obtained illegally through a third-party website. And Jim Harbaugh, Ward Manuel, and Santa Ono knew about it and allowed him to coach against TCU.
I can't even start to believe how they let that happen. How do you not side with the victims there?
That's why it's fucked up.
This is really dirty. I feel gross talking about this.
This is from Robert Snell of the Detroit News.
Oh my God. Through a third party, they knew about it. They all knew about it. They all knew about it. Ward Manuel, Jim Harbaugh, they all knew about it.
Yes.
Dude, how does Jim Harbaugh still coach in the NFL after this?
He might not.
Like that. We're in the age of.
They listed Jim Harbaugh as a defendant, along with his former president Santa Ono and athletic director Ward Manuel and others, including President Mark Schlissel. The lawsuit filed by the women, who are also referred to as Jane Does, and all but one of whom was a student athlete, is an amended version. Blah blah blah. Yeah, the allegations contained is that the female students.
Weiss was.
That they all knew.
Did
about.
they let go of Weiss after the season?
Yes. Because he went to jail.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So the lawsuit alleges an unnamed UM staffer member saw Weiss viewing private information belonging to female athletes between December 21st and the 23rd in Schembechler Hall. The staffer reported it to university officials before the Fiesta Bowl, and they let him coach the Fiesta Bowl against TCU.
I mean,
so they were made aware that it happened.
Here's my question, because they didn't let Ono go to Florida. Did they know then?
That's probably what they knew.
Did they know then?
I mean,
how far does this go back?
I mean, this goes back to 2022 when it happened.
No, how far did they know?
They knew on December 22nd through the 23rd, or where was it? December 21st through the 23rd, 2022 is when it was reported to university officials. And the Fiesta Bowl was on December 31st. So they knew a week before the Fiesta Bowl. And they allowed
Not
him,
okay.
And they allowed him to coach.
In no way, shape, or form should that have been okay.
No, that's crazy.
And guys, we're sorry. We'll get back to the Wings.
No, we're not sorry.
All right.
This has to be talked
This has to be talked about. This is a serious, serious matter that is huge web into letting someone coach after victims have come forward and said something, and they actively knew about it and did nothing.
3,000 people, 3,000 athletes. He downloaded intimate photographs and videos of. That's crazy. All right, are we going back to the draft now?
Give your thoughts, final thoughts.
I mean, it's disgusting.
It's just nasty.
It's,
I don't.
It's crazy that this keeps happening throughout all colleges. We're seeing it's people in power abusing the power that they're in, and people being selfish and putting their wants and their desires over the safety and the health of young individuals, young adults, and it's disgusting that it continues to happen. Shame on them, man.
Shame on them.
I hope everybody gets what's coming to them.
I hope they do too. That's ridiculous that they allowed that to happen.
I hate to be able to be like, I know how this feels for Michigan fans because it's gross that it's happened to both colleges now, but it's a disgusting, dirty feeling that doesn't leave you. Even being associated, like, it doesn't leave you that shit like that happens.
It's gonna stick around, and it's gonna be a dirty college football season for Michigan the entire year. It's gonna be
gross.
Yep. But we will go back to the NHL draft.
Yeah. We're gonna go back to the draft. Penguins on the board.
Penguins are on the clock. Both of our two favorite prospects are still on the board. Layden Linkovich and trade alert. Oh shit.
Penguins are trading the pick.
Flyers. All right, that's fine.
Uh-oh.
Unless it's a three-way trade.
So the Penguins are trading the pick. The Flyers are on the board and the pick is in. Flyers in exchange for pick 22 and 31. Also, Philadelphia's on the clock now.
You got to reset the
It
clock. Come on.
It said the pick was in.
Oh, that's so brutal.
Flyers move up. Grommet 0237.
For 22
the guy
and
was fired.
31.
Stop pearl clutching. All right, buddy. I hope you don't have any daughters.
Seriously, I have a sister, and
I'll just say that. All right, Flyers are on the board. Penguins trade the 12th overall pick to the Flyers in exchange for the 22nd and the 31st overall picks.
I mean, that's a good move for them. They need just young talent. So.
Three-way after the scandal talk is wild, says Midman.
Yeah, that was wild. My bad.
It's all right. It's three-way trade. There's no other way you can say that.
There is not another way to say that.
Trade is wild.
Oh, God.
What was that? What are the Flyers looking at here?
The Flyers? I'm assuming they're looking at Layden Linkovich, to be honest with you.
Oh, my God, dude. I would be so pissed off.
Dude, yeah, they're going to draft 2 6'3" trees that are forwards, and they're going to – it's going to – pew.
Oh.
This has been a rough show. Here, you throw me one of those.
Yep.
I need one after that. God.
All right, let's see what happens here. What are the picks that we missed? Justin? What picks did we miss?
We missed
probably like one, even though
we missed
talked
just
for like
one.
30 minutes.
We just missed one, and it was the Pens pick, and they picked a center.
Okay. Malkin's probably out of there. You think Malkin's gonna? Where do you think he ends up?
I think Malkin's gonna end up.
You think he's gonna hit
Florida,
Marchand, or
Dallas,
you think he's just gonna retire?
Florida, Dallas.
How old is he now?
I can see him going to play in the K. To be honest.
Really? I don't know.
I don't know.
With the way
I mean,
the contracts,
Datsuk likes to play, went back to play in the K. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. He's 38. He's still got.
He's
he
still got
some.
some.
Go to the K yet. You don't gotta go
he's
K
still got
till
some
you're
tread on the
40
tires
plus.
for sure.
I could definitely see him.
Red Wings gonna raise the liquor sales, possibly.
Oh man, we're having so much fun.
Yeah, I know. That really dampened the mood. Malkin
even
looks
gonna
like
read that.
Lurch from Adam's Family.
Yeah, a little bit. Can see that. Pick is in for the Flyers. Oh, God, dude.
All right, well, see, here's the thing now, all right? Our
does-
pick has value to the Rangers. Like, so this pick, and, of course, Victor Ukland's still on the board, too. So, it's going to be one of the two. We're either trading for K'Andre Miller or we're taking Victor Ukland.
Unless Philly takes Victor Ukland right here.
I don't know if they do.
They probably won't.
That doesn't, fit. I feel like they have all their skill guys now.
All right, pick is in.
Wings better not draft a goalie. Don't even put that out there.
No.
Oh, see, why you gotta? Why does Bettman even have to come out and
No,
announce
he
these people?
does not.
Just walk out.
Just
Have the people
yeah.
walk out.
They're zooming again.
So stupid.
He's in his backyard. Why don't the NHL is in such dire straits that they can't afford to fly these guys to their fucking draft? You can't fly in Brandon Graham and Charles Barkley to your draft. That's so stupid.
Spencer?
Oh, I'm good. All right, let's see the draft.
Wings pick will spend 7 years in GR.
I mean, track record says Jack Nesbitt. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, I would have liked him.
I would have liked him a lot. We're gonna get him.
Like I said,
Worst draft
all
that
day
I can
today.
remember? Yeah, no, it's not the worst draft that I can well, yeah, it is. Because every single NHL draft is the worst draft that you can remember. It literally just keeps getting worse.
Literally.
You watch next year we're going to be like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Every single year is just worse. They just keep shitting on the face of their fans even harder.
And like or dislike whoever the Wings take here, please drop us a like because we appreciate hanging out with you guys.
Smash
and
the
hanging
like
out.
button.
We love doing it. We love hanging out. We love talking puck.
Red Wings on the clock.
Red Wings are on the clock. Are we going to see a trade? Are we going to see him pick?
What do you want to see here, Justin?
I want to see K'Andre Miller or Layden Linkovich, but I'm going to see Victor Ukland.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to be boring.
I
but that's the
hate to
same
be that
exact
guy,
thing.
but it's going to happen. I think
I would love Lyndon Linkovich right here.
I would
This
too.
is the kid I've wanted the whole time.
Same.
I think.
As soon as you showed me him, I was like, I love him.
Yeah.
6'4", can skate,
Yeah.
smooth.
Big, ugly.
Reminds me a lot of Tage Thompson.
Yes. He would be like I said. I want the big one. Give me the big one. Or if you trade it for K'Andre Miller, that would be extremely awesome. How you feeling?
Dude, I'm nervous.
Atchison, please. We need a tone setter.
Atchison would be fine.
Atchison would be fine. I would be very happy.
But also,
happy with that.
I am high on Anton Johansson. He's going back to the SHL this year,
Yeah.
but he was the best defenseman
And he's
in
a
the
big
playoffs,
boy.
and he's a big boy.
He's
He's
a big boy.
6'4". So we don't need another big D.
Yeah.
But
we need a big wing.
we need a
Or
big
a big
wing
center.
or a big center. So, oh boy,
Eklund says first name. Well, what would you crash out if it was? I mean, you can't crash out. It's what's
I'm not gonna crash out if it's Ukland, but I'm gonna be a dick because I'm gonna say I knew it the whole time.
Dude, Nesbitt looks good. I like Nesbitt.
I did like Nesbitt a lot.
I don't. That's not a yim though. That's a good pick, but it's not a yim. It's like a prrr, right there.
Yeah, I think that they're
Flyers are in the rear view.
We're here right now. And
Yeah,
the Flyers are like
they're tailgating.
They're
us.
tailgating
They're in our
us
blind
right
spot.
now. They're in our blind spot. Perfect analogy. Yeah.
Flyers are in our blind spot right now.
So before this pick, let's talk about the Eastern Conference standings because I think that is relevant to this pick.
Nobody expected the Spanish Inquisition. That is true.
That's crazy.
Shout out Michael DeVries.
All right. So in conference,
Can we get a playmaker or a goon type?
behind
Both.
us right now
Lyndon Linkovich.
are
Both.
the Flyers, the Bruins, the Sabres, the Pens, the Islanders, and the Rangers. The Flyers are tailgating us now.
Yep, in our blind spot.
The Bruins, they passed us. The Sabres drop into the bottom. The
Yep.
Pens drop into the bottom.
Yep.
The Isles, they're tailgating us.
They're in our
And then
they're in our rear view.
And then there's the Rangers, who are probably like
We'll see.
right here on
Yeah,
us.
they're
Like,
behind they're tailgating the Flyers.
I don't think so.
No?
I think
You think we're neck
they
and neck?
have the free agent pool.
They do.
They're
And they got a
gonna
lot
get
of
some
money.
big free
They're gonna
agents.
get some money.
So I think that they are just behind us.
Yeah.
In front of Philly.
Well, Philly's in our blind spot.
So yeah, they're like they're
So
almost
they're neck
there.
and neck with us.
We only had one more point than them last year.
Yeah, I know.
Like we're 1 point ahead of them right now. And
Naz Reid, 5 years, $125 million with Minnesota. Says DNC ENT. That sucks. But
Kool-Aid gonna make a short.
5 years, 125. That's a deal.
All right,
25
wings are
year.
on the clock. 2:50 left. Oh boy, here goes
All right.
nothing, man. Here goes nothing.
You think it's gonna be Eklund?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh Jesus.
Thanks for being tapped in, Freddie. We appreciate you, dog.
Appreciate you, Freddie.
Appreciate everyone in here. I do not like
Malcolm Spence.
Cabarro a lot.
What about Malcolm Spence?
A little higher on him than I am Cabarro.
I would rather have him than Cabarro. I'd just give me Linden or trade it.
260, dude. It feels like
Bill,
it's taking.
I thought it was
forever.
Bill Johnson. Bill's on it.
Who do you think's gonna announce the pick? Oh wait, no, they already announced that. I wish they didn't announce it so we could have tried to guess.
Oh.
It's an older player. I don't even remember.
How much older? You don't remember? It's got to be a good player, right?
I don't think so.
No.
I think it's just some rando. I didn't take a good look, so I might be wrong.
Pretty good.
Which one's that? The lemonade one?
Peach tea.
Oh yeah, that one is gas.
Oh, I swear the NHL hates Detroit. Gary Bettman hates Detroit, and I hate Gary Bettman.
Yeah,
And
I
the
also
NHL
hate
draft
Gary
is
Bettman.
the worst thing in sports. It is like the worst thing relating to any sport that you can watch on a television is the NHL draft. It sucks.
Dude, how do they have Landon Linkovich?
Dave Coulier?
Dude,
Oh, it's Dave Coulier?
what is Megan doing?
Wait. Is it Dave Coulier?
I don't know. I don't remember. I literally don't remember.
If it's Dave Coulier, it'd be funny if you said it was a player, because that's...
The Red Wings announced it on their Twitter.
Okay.
He was wearing a Red Wings jersey. I don't know. I didn't know who it was.
I think it's Dave Coulier then.
Oh,
From
well,
Full House. Yeah,
I never
you're
watched Full
definitely
House.
too young for Full
No,
House.
I did not watch Full House.
Cut it out.
Well, is Full House worth a watch?
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, it might not hold up, but Full House is a classic.
I know it's a classic, but does it hold up to modern
Joey,
standard?
dude?
I guess. And
Cut
shout out
it
to
out.
everyone who just came in, tapped
it
in.
should
Our
be Dave.
numbers just jumped up to 123
Yeah.
from 88. So shout out to you guys for coming
Smash that
through.
like
Make
button.
sure you smash that like button. We have been having a
Smash
vibe.
that like button if the NHL draft sucks. Because it does. It's like the worst. I just said it earlier. It's the worst thing you can watch on TV ever. It's embarrassing. And how shitty is the NHL that they can't even fly in their guys? Like, Bettman, what are you doing, bro? If you're going to have Chuck or Brandon Graham make a pick, at least fly them out to where you are.
Pick is in.
Pick is in for the Red Wings.
Fuck.
You're nervous.
Well, yeah, that means they're not trading for Keandre Miller.
Yeah. Well, we saw it was in for...
Oh, it was? It was in
yeah.
and then they did the trade alert?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, my bad. Please trade this pick.
Please get Miller, says Mitten Maid. How much you want to bet Columbus gets a better player than us? Columbus is... I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
All right, the Red Wings aren't trading the pick. Yet. I mean, they can still trade it after, but...
Oh, no, they're picking.
Making the selection for Detroit. Yeah, it's Dave Coulier, dude. Come on. Cut it out. You don't know Uncle Joey? That's crazy. All right.
Please be Lankovic, but we know it's
Please
going
be
to be
Lankovic.
Oakland.
If it's not Oakland and not Lankovic, who do you want it to be?
I think Atkinson.
Yeah, me too. But it just makes so much sense. Come on.
He's in a pretty... Oh, is he at the rink? Because I was like, that's pretty sick, wherever he
yeah.
is.
D-Mac's probably there.
Yeah, they're having a watch party at Hockeytown Cafe.
Yeah. Oh, D-Mac's definitely
And they have 100, the 100 Sentinel merch.
Come on. Come on, baby.
Come on.
Come on. Lankovic.
Please be
Bob
Lankovic.
Saget was great. He was a sick man.
Don't see it from chat. I'm not looking at chat.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. No chat. All right, Dave. We love it. Uncle Joey, cut it out. Don't need the speech. Just give me the fucking pick, dude. No, for real, though. Like, cut it out, Uncle Joey. Come on, man.
Take it 100 years.
This is why the NHL draft sucks, even when it's the Red Wings. Okay, here we
He
go.
has a jersey. Oh, he's wearing the Sentinel jersey.
Yeah, he's wearing the 100 jersey. It's just got it on the shoulder. Another patch. People aren't going to like that. Come on. They did pick Carter Bear.
Wow. That's interesting. Carter Bear, not getting any more size.
I don't understand that.
That one doesn't. Oh, that doesn't make sense to me, man. I feel like that just. You go first if you got some.
Why are we drafting someone who's not 180 pounds?
That's a great question.
Did we not?
I'm not
gonna freak out. I don't want to freak out,
but
I don't want to freak out either.
I just feel like. Constantly Steve Eiserman's just like, ha ha ha. I'm gonna do everything what everyone doesn't expect me to do. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
82 points in 56 games in the WHL. Like, you know, I saw his tape. I mean, he's got skill. He's got a good shot. He's a decent playmaker, but man, I was
with Lankovic sitting right there. I don't understand that.
No, I mean, I really don't either. I mean, he's a great goal scorer. Don't get me wrong.
He's very skilled.
I mean, they must think that he could play in the NHL next year.
There's no way. He's not even 180 pounds. He's not playing in the NHL next year.
Dude, I don't know, man.
There's no fucking way he's playing in the league next year. You got a bare cub, says Joe Grasso. Being 180 pounds would be okay if I was 14 years old, says Michael DeVries.
Yeah, I mean,
recovered from a partially torn Achilles.
Yeah, he did tear his Achilles. That's why he fell. He was supposed to be a top 10 pick for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the.
So that's why I'm not freaking out.
I get the swing. The swing is there. It's definitely a swing.
You know he's a goal scorer, but
you're swinging on a DeBrincat clone right now. I feel like
that. Yeah.
Like you're swinging on the same thing with DeBrincat. I mean, he's smaller, but he's got a wicked shot. He could put the puck in the net. Man.
I don't know. It's kind of starting to bubble up. I'm feeling the rage sharks swimming in my head.
And
you gotta dunk that shit. You gotta pick Lankovic, dude.
And you know what's really annoying is every single person I told Travis to make the graphic for, he told me to give him 4 names.
Yeah.
All of them are on the board right now.
No, I'm not. Like I said, it's not a freak out pick.
No, it's not a freak out pick.
He is a very talented player.
He's a very talented player.
That's what I don't want people to be like, oh, this guy's great. He is extremely talented, a very skilled forward, and he is a goal scorer. But
he's a low floor, high ceiling guy.
Yes.
He's probably going to spend the year in GR, probably trying to grow and get used to the NHL game, get his weight up. I mean,
how do you rate him? Compare him to Veleno? He's Justin said it. If his peak would be Alex DeBrincat.
Yep.
Like if you could get Alex DeBrincat out of him, that would be fantastic. I don't like drafting a guy that's under. Oh no, it's
plus
fine.
33.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's a fine pick. I mean, we're not gonna sit here and you know be like.
It's not like he's a bad player. It's not like he's bad. He's gonna play in the NHL. He's gonna be a good player. But I just would have liked a bigger guy, and that's on me. You know.
And you know what? If he is 6 foot, so you know if he can put the weight on and get up to 200 pounds.
He's going to put the weight on.
He will put the weight on.
But it's not going to be this year. He's not going to play in the NHL.
He's going to play in the
entire
year.
Not a chance. And it's fine.
He'll
really,
probably play with Danielson.
I don't think anybody that we drafted this year we really expected to play in the NHL, but like next year. But God,
it's gonna piss me off if the Blue Jackets.
I think it's
trade
just seeing what Boston doing. Yeah, I think that's where I'm upset the most is that they made the pick.
Yeah, with options out there, Bynum's out there, Condra Miller's out there. Like, there were people who were willing to make trades.
And the crowd goes mild. That's what it is. He is a good player. He's very skilled. He's going to be a good player. I'm sure in a couple of years he'll be an NHL player. I would have liked to see them trade the pick to get a guy that can help them right now. Personally. But, yeah. You guys looking at all is wrong. Team picks horses, and not all the horses are fast. I don't know what that means, Ski Mask Boy. I don't know what you're trying to say there. I think every horse, if you're racing horses, you want to pick a fast horse.
I think that's the baseline.
I wouldn't be like, hey, I'm going to race. I'm going to pick this slow horse. I think that's just something an idiot would do. And that's not what this is.
He is so lean.
That analogy doesn't make any sense at all.
He is so lean.
He's very skinny.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I told you, he's not even 180 pounds.
No, I know. It said, his draft sheet said 179.
Yeah. So
he does not look.
He's got a lot of potential. He's got a lot of skill. He's not going to be in the league for 2-3 years.
Lankovich would have been nice. Yeah, we know. Keandre for the 14th would be awful for the Blue Jackets. Y'all are overrating Miller. No, we're not.
I mean, it's not. Keandre Miller would be a top 4 defenseman on your team.
If you can guarantee that
right
he's
now.
Like this is the reality of the situation. If you could guarantee me that Carter Bear is a top 6 forward, all right, great.
Yeah.
But you can't guarantee me that.
No.
And what I can guarantee you is if you would have traded that pick for Keandre Miller,
He's
that
a top
Keandre
4
Miller
defenseman.
would have been a top 4 defenseman on the Red Wings next year.
Right now, yeah.
Carter Bear will be in the AHL next year.
For a couple years, probably.
Probably because he's rehabbing from an Achilles injury.
Yeah, so at least 2 years. At the very least 2 years, he's going to be in the AHL. And again,
it's crazy, Rando.
Again, I know it's I would have preferred Lankovich, and I hope that Carter Bear makes me look stupid in saying that, but I would have preferred Lankovich. I think he
the
is
Jackets
something
are
that you
picking
need
too.
more.
Then all
and
right.
if it's going to be a guy that's not on your team right now, I would have preferred to get a guy in the system that's molded towards the bigger, more physical forward.
Oh, they're bringing out Johnny Gaudreau's wife.
That's awesome.
Shout out
to Columbus.
Man, dude,
That sucks.
getting chills right now, dude. I loved watching Johnny Gaudreau play, and he was a great human. Great
He's a great
person,
human.
Helped the community so much.
He would have been the captain for Team USA.
Yep. So sad, man.
Yeah, that's really sad. It's Chase in the Woodward Sports Chat says, "You're thinking short term. This team is building for the long term. This sucks being in the spot, but if you don't do it right, you're back doing it all over again." Listen, I don't like building for the long term with consistently getting mid picks. You're stuck in limbo right now, and you're building to mid. If you're just going to continue to do this, you're building a mid team because these are all mid picks that will be good players, but not great players. And where you are right now, you're on the verge of a playoff team, the verge of winning playoffs. I would rather have a guy right now that could help me win the playoffs, that is still young and could be a part of the future going forward, than a guy that might be pretty good in a couple years.
And it's the whole thing. I'm trading for the future as well.
Yes.
Keandre Miller will be on this team for 5 or 6 years on that pick.
And shout out R.I.P. Johnny Hockey, man.
Yeah, for real. R.I.P. Johnny
And
Hockey,
Slaybombs96 says they've been building for 6+ years. Yeah, I'm not buying into that one.
Jackson Smith.
I would have much rather, and even if that is your thought process, where it's like, okay, we didn't get a guy who can help us right now, I would have much rather have Lankovich.
Ski Mask, I don't think it's a mid pick. I just think it's an extremely risky pick, which I respect them going and taking the risk and swinging for the fences on a guy like Carter Bear. I mean, he is a prolific goal scorer, but he's coming off an Achilles injury, and he's going to be developing for 2 years now. So
everybody that's saying, like, why would you want Lankovich? Why isn't it? All right. If you like your forwards to play like the Red Wings have the past couple years, you love this pick. If you like that style of play from your forwards, for sure. I don't know. I just like some grit in my forwards. I like some size in my top 6, and Lankovich would have projected to be that. Obviously, he wouldn't have been that right away, and they still need to do that right away. So it's not like this pick right here is going to make or break the Red Wings season next year.
It will not.
It will not, unless you would have traded it for something that would have helped. But A pick is a pick when it's an 18-year-old who's not going to play for 2 years. So
I completely agree. And
it's like when it comes to splitting hairs, I'm more mad that they didn't use this pick to add something to help their team right now than I am they picked Bear over Lakovic. Because Bear or Lakovic, that's a guy that's going to take a couple years before he's on your team. Either way, which type of player would you like to put in your system? And if you wanted the goal scorer, which I guess they kind of need right now because you're looking at Lombardi, guy hopefully moving forward. You got Bushnechkov, which whatever the hell is going on in Russia, wherever he's going to be in the next couple of years, you never know. So you got a guy now that's going to be a goal scorer going forward in your system. But I would have liked to have a guy like Lakovic in that system that is a big, aggressive forward that has skill and that can go do some things. But I'm not freaking out that he picked him over him. I'm more upset that they didn't use that pick either for a person immediately or in a package to get a good player. But it's not a bad pick when it just comes to prospects.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick to restock the skilled wingers that you're going to lose to the Wings this year from GR. Mm-hmm. So in that aspect of it, I like it. But I just feel like we're just continuously building towards a small top six, and it's just like we see what that does in the playoffs, and we want to talk that we're building for long-term success. How is not building towards the playoffs not building towards long-term success?
You got we're done talking about the future with the Red Wings. You got to start winning right now. You have to. Dan Carter says, guys, really good two-way player that combines soft hands with liking to finish his checks. If he doesn't get hurt, I think you would have gone higher. Good mode. Oh, no, he definitely would have gone hurt. Doesn't take shifts off. Yeah, for sure. Like I say, it's a good I'm not mad about him as a prospect or him as a pick. I'm just they need to make some moves. This free agency is going to be really important.
Because my thing about
that was a really good because the type of player that he is, or the type of players that were available, are a really intriguing asset to other teams, and you could have used that to get a good player. So that's where it was for me. I'm not mad at the pick. It's a fine pick. I'm fine with it. I would have preferred Lakovic, but that's just whatever.
Dude, do the Islanders dare trade for Keandre Miller with the Rangers?
Probably not.
They just lost Dobson. Need to replace him. Just got Schaefer. I mean, the Nucks wouldn't do it.
Jeff Ginnard says, Spenny, we need to take a shot at a true power forward. They are rare.
No doubt.
Yeah, we need size in the top six. Absolutely. Absolutely need size in the top six. And check out Woodward Wings tomorrow.
10 a.m.
We talked a lot about free agents and the different free agents that are going to be possibly up for the Wings. Make a big trade, says Owen Hackney. Yeah, we talk. I know you guys, if you listen to me, I mean, what I have been preaching is that they need a star. Man. And unless you believe one of your guys right now on this team is that's like superstar, not all-star.
We're talking 100+ points.
Yeah, 100-point guy is what you need. You have a solid foundation of mid players. Not mid in a bad way, but like second line, third line guys. You got a lot of guys that can fit that role. You need a superstar to inject your front line with top flight potential and top flight scoring.
No doubt.
You don't have that right now. You weren't going to get that in the draft right now. That's not what I'm saying. But free agency is going to be really important, and there's one guy out there. And you also need this team needs a lot of things.
In my eyes, this team needs 2D, 2 forwards, and a goalie. You're 5 players away.
Yeah.
And all
5
of them
players away from
being able to compete to win a playoff series.
To win a playoffs. I think you could win a playoff series with 2 of those, but to be competing.
Not if you're a low seed.
To try to make the cups. To try to make a cup and eventually win a cup. Yeah, you're 5 players away, pretty much.
Yeah, like this team, if you project it out.
What was our last big trade to Brinkett? Says Slaybomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a great trade. It was a good trade. It's time for another one. Yeah. Yeah, I think that. And that's why I'm a little upset, because that's a really good asset to use in a trade, is that pick right there.
Yep. And now it's gone.
And now it's gone. But, all right, Bear.
Because you're not going to trade Bear.
No.
So that pick is gone. You're now – see, and now this is my issue. Because now you're dangling a 2026 pick in a loaded draft class.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're kicking the can to a more – and, like, that honestly makes me less confident we're going to make a move and be willing to part ways with a first-round pick.
Yeah. And you get – like I said, again, I don't want anybody to think, like, we don't like the kid or we don't like the – he's a good – it was a good pick.
It's a good pick.
It's a good pick.
It's not the exact prospect we wanted.
No.
Because we want –
But he's a good prospect.
He's a good prospect. I would say he would have been –
he would have been top 10 if he didn't get injured. He would have been top 10.
I think on my board when we were picking, he would have been 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair.
Where we were, yeah, there a couple
I prefer him over Oakland. So
I prefer him over Oakland too. But I would have taken Lakovic over him, and I would have took.
Damn. I wonder if Keandre Miller's price is just dropping through the. Like, are they talking about second-round picks now for Keandre Miller?
Let
me look.
Why my name doesn't say Drago on on here? YouTube changed it to where your @ is the name that shows. Excuse me, in the chat now. It's very stupid, but you can change. We can't change it, but you can change it back in your personal settings on YouTube somehow. Yeah, Drago, it's kind of whack. Little Caesars Big Bear Pizza, all meat pizza. How long until that comes out? All right.
Seeing nothing about Keandre Miller.
I think you all are trying to say is you didn't want to talk about a new pick. You wanted to talk about a big trade with a big guy. It's not just talking about it. It's what I wanted for the team.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? We just wanted to talk about that. No, I just wanted the team to get someone that would improve them right now because they need players to improve them right now. Because the guys in their lineup, when you talk about Justin Hall and Gustafson and Tarasenko, they're not good enough. They shouldn't be on NHL rosters. And drafting a kid, no matter how good he is not going to affect that right now. He's not going to be in the league for 3 years.
Yep.
So, yeah, sorry, I would have liked to see them trade that pick to bring in a guy that's going to be a top 4 defenseman on their team. Evander King, Canucks.
Why did Kevin Weeks just tweet a cryptic image of the New York Islanders?
I don't know. Braden Coots. Yeah, these kids are skinny, man.
Dude, yeah. They're all like my build.
You missed your time.
I did.
Just too late.
Yeah, it's the skinny boy takeover.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, yeah, you see like Lane Hudson and stuff. I mean, he's a shrimp. He's small. But he's
that's what
unreal.
you meant, Owen Hackney? Yeah, then that's exactly what I would rather have seen happen. That's what I would rather happen for the Red Wings. But, like I said, a little upset, not freaking out because you still have a lot of time in the offseason to acquire players to help you right now. Now, if the Detroit Red Wings go into next season with Vladimir Tarasenko and Justin Hall and Gustafson on their roster, you're going to see me crash out.
Yep. And
all right, I'm sorry, Owen. I'm sorry for going off. But yeah, I think it's kind of obvious that the Red Wings need players to help them right now.
Yes, it is extremely obvious, and I'm about to pull up the analytics on Carter Bear as a prospect.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see if the Rangers trade one of these, or the Islanders trade one of these picks, and then we are going to end the stream because we know Stevie Y probably went to sleep, so, don't have to worry about any trades or anything, so.
What time is it? 9:16? Jesus Christ, dude. 2 hours and it's pick 16?
Yeah, I told you, this thing's brutal.
NHL draft is the worst.
All right. Pulling up the prospect card
Thanks
now.
for the pizza.
You're welcome.
Islanders 2 picks is crazy. All right.
Carter Bear. He has a 67% of becoming an NHLer and a 22% of becoming a star. He was pick number 10 at the start of this draft year, but dropped down to 17.
If he didn't get hurt.
He is not even 18 yet, so it is a total down the line pick.
3 years at least.
Yeah, it's going to take him until he's going to have to. He's 179 pounds. He's going to have to put on at least 15 pounds before he's ready.
20 pounds.
20 pounds?
Yeah.
Fair. Really fair. I mean, especially if he's 6 foot, he needs to be able to like lean out, you know, like. But he's physical.
It's fine that he's 6 foot. I mean, obviously, I would have rather had somebody who's 6'3", but
Great hockey sense.
fine that he's 6 foot. He's got to put on 20 pounds.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And do they still doing stuff for Vancouver?
Yeah, what happened? They're still talking about this pick. It happened 20 minutes ago, dude. Jesus Christ. The NHL draft sucks.
God, dude, they're gonna take Atkinson.
Owen Hackney says, I'm crashing out, don't worry. Okay. I'm sorry for yelling that.
Dude, they're
Where
gonna
was
take
it?
Atkinson.
Slaybomb96 says, Steve, endless building through the draft Iserman at it again.
I mean, it's true though.
He's not wrong.
So we're now hitting a point where the Islanders are about to draft Atkinson to be Schaefer's the partner for the future.
Tigers down 2-0. That's
Fantastic.
4-0.
Fantastic. Oh, god dang.
Can the meteor just hit us now? Sorry, Kool-Aid. I know you got kids. Oh, man.
I can't.
Again, like, I want to stress that we're not mad about the prospect.
We're not.
We're not mad. He's a good prospect.
He's a good
He's a good
prospect.
pick. I didn't really want them to make that pick. But
I
Stevie loves young boys.
Jeez, that's crazy.
I'm just kidding.
Oh man. I mean, the
He
Columbus
could be
fans are.
literally-
The Columbus
literally
fans are.
best case scenario is he's a DeBrincat replacement.
Yep. So yeah, he has a. He's got some good analytics. We'll say. Analytics aren't everything though. I'm not big on believing everything analytics say.
Yeah, like it's not like he's soft or anything.
He's not soft. He finishes his checks. He plays with the
He's
motor.
not soft. No, he's a good prospect.
Yes.
He cannot play in the league for at least 2 years. He's got to put on weight.
He's definitely. I can't believe he didn't put on weight when he was out. Everyone's just glazing his motor. Of course they are. I mean, Steve Yzerman only drafts guys like that, and then they
Great
get to
start to the weekend. Yeah.
They're comparing him to Brandon Hagel.
Who?
Dude, Brandon Hagel.
Okay.
Dude, if he's Brandon Hagel, I'll
Oh my.
pull my pants down and freaking.
Yeah, that's why I can't hear you.
Like, I mean, if he ends up being Brandon Hagel, I'm all for it. I mean, Hagel
It's
has
a win.
103 goals, 176 assists, over a point per game in his 258 games on Tampa.
Yeah, it's like I said. I don't know how many times I gotta say. He's a good pick. He's a good player. He's a good kid. He's a good prospect. But any chance of a nice offer sheet? No. He's staying in Toronto.
He's already signed.
Yeah.
It's like already almost done.
Oh, it's already done?
Almost. They're like debating over where in the sevens it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall in the sevens
Be like,
for
what,
5 years.
7.25 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said it's gonna be in between the Raymond deal and the Johnston deal.
That's fair.
I mean, that's the going rate for a young star. I'm not gonna call him a superstar, but a young star.
Not a superstar yet.
But a young star.
Young star. That's fair.
God, dude.
Spenny, you ever getting back on Twitch? Yeah, when Borderlands 4 comes out, I'm gonna start playing that. Like I said, I play video games that I like. Like I'm too old to just consistently play video games now. But if a video game comes out that I like, I'm gonna buy it and play it. And Borderlands 4 is coming out in September, I think.
People are saying that the Dobson trade looks
Some Monster
horrible
Hunter-
now because they weren't able to trade for Higgins. Who cares? They're about to get 2 premium prospects right now.
Yeah, I mean the back-to-back picks.
And they were never going to get Higgins, obviously, because he was meant to go to Boston.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing
God,
happened tonight.
Boltman is 4 for 4 in the last 4 years, guessing who the Wings draft. That's crazy.
That's why he's the GOAT.
He is the GOAT. He's so good.
Shout out to Max.
No, not everyone is convinced that Jordan Kyrou is going to get moved, but teams are talking. 7 or 9 teams are talking about Bowen Byam. Like, why would they not want these picks then? I don't understand.
Maybe it's like what you said. They're probably all asking for picks next year.
That would make sense.
And nobody wants to give up those picks.
That's the only way. Yeah, they were talking, like, reports were coming out 30 minutes ago that, like, Detroit really likes Oakland. But at this point, who knows?
I'm glad they didn't draft him.
I'm glad they didn't take Oakland. I mean, if we're talking about actually crashing out, I probably would have actually crashed out if they took Oakland.
It would have been way worse if
100%.
we took Oakland.
I think we stayed really calm and actually, like, we
Yeah.
both
Initial disappointment, but he's a good pick.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10, 7.5, 8 out of 10. Really, like, solid pick.
Yeah,
but
because it's a great pick. It's just we didn't want him to make the pick, so.
all right, come on, Islanders, just either make this pick or trade it and figure it out. This NHL draft is brutality. Holy crap.
This is a good line to the first whoever wrote this article. Shout out to Sky on Air. That's really weird. I don't know why you wouldn't put your name on your own article. While he's only 6 foot, Bear plays like he's built like a Kodiak. That's pretty good. That's a good opening line to an article.
That is a good opening line. I mean, he's got a motor. I mean,
yeah, like I said, it's not like he's not a bitch, so that's why I'm happy. Like I'd be crashing out if they drafted a small bitch, but he's not a bitch. He'll get his nose dirty. It's just gonna take him 3 years to get to the league. So I'm not that excited about it right now.
yeah. And so the Islanders are picking. So I mean, essentially, why would the Rangers trade in at this point?
College football 26 says Tommy. I haven't played Madden in so long. I didn't even play I haven't played a single game of college football.
I love that game. It's a great game. All right. See, I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm so curious what these trade packages are going to be for Miller and Byam. They're not staying where they're at. They've both said they are dipping. Like, I don't know what these teams like.
Like I said, they got to be asking for picks next year, and teams aren't willing to give up.
And at this point, they're going to wait till after free agency starts.
Shout out to Kool-Aid for chilling with us. Like I said, bro, you didn't have to chill. You want some pizza? There's still pizza left. Oh, hell yeah.
Up, Victor
Appreciate
Oakland.
you, bro.
Thank you, Kool-Aid.
There goes Oakland or Islanders, yeah. I mean,
At this point, it makes sense. And they already have a lot of big physical guys. They don't really need a lot more of that type of player.
yeah.
All right. Well, there's also we also were linked to Rasmus Anderson from Calgary. I don't know if I really love that.
I wouldn't love it, but I wouldn't hate it.
I wouldn't hate it, but I mean, he's on a good contract.
Jesus, look at all those little Swedish kids. They're all the same. All these Swedes look alike. Is that racist?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. All Oakland's brothers and sisters look exactly like him. Damn, he dapped up an Islanders fan? That would be cool. Maybe I would go to the draft. Because dapping up a player your team just drafted would be pretty sweet. Can the Wings trade up in the first round? Yeah. I mean, I don't want them to, but yeah, they could. Just trade up and go like this. That'd be cool. Still on the board, right? All right. So Oakland goes to the Islanders. They've already got another pick coming right up, back to back. Yeah. Like, obviously, this is the guy that we thought the Wings were going to go after because he was just so dynamite for Sweden.
Yeah.
That's a good pick for them. He obviously they're on different highways. Islanders, that's not a pick that shoots him up, though.
Yeah, the Islanders fans left after they didn't trade up for Higgins, their draft party.
The flagship's finna crash out, says DNC. Yeah, probably. Like I said, it's not a bad pick. Don't let anybody tell you this is a bad pick.
No, it's not a bad pick.
It's just we're not going to see him play for the Red Wings for 3 years. So
And that sucks.
that sucks.
That is where
But the crash out is on pause. Because if they do not absolutely murder free agency and
Literally.
the trade market, I will crash out.
No
I'm
doubt.
not crashing. This is like the first straw on the camels. They're not the first straw. This is like, I got like 10 straws left until the camel's back breaks, and this was like 2 of the last 10. And the rest of the last ones are wrapped up in free agency and trades in the offseason.
No doubt. I think that
I'll crash out pretty bad, and it'll probably be something I regret. And D-Mac might fight me.
I think I think that's completely valid. I think if we go through another offseason where we're just dicking around and we're not really doing anything of value, we're just staying put, we're hoping that we're hoping.
You can't do that. You cannot do that. You cannot. That is spitting in the face of your fan base. If you just stand pat, you're not the Pistons. You didn't just quadruple your win total. Like you're regressing. You cannot stand pat on a team that's regressing when you weren't even a playoff team to start with. Sully Bomb, 96 says, "Do we want Ehlers and Ekblad now?"
I do not want Ehlers.
I want Aaron Ekblad really bad.
I want Aaron Ekblad like water in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Like we need him. We need Ekblad, and
like tatted goth thighs. I need Aaron Ekblad in my life.
Man, this is just.
It's okay.
I know it's okay. It's a long time.
It's an off season, man. Off season's just getting started. But I don't want to say this isn't a step in the right direction because it's a good pick.
It is a good pick. You need scoring
I'll say
forwards.
it was a missed opportunity.
I think that's fair. I think saying this is a missed opportunity to bring in someone that can help you win now and in the future is.
Florida letting him go in free agency. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
they just re-signed Sam Bennett. I don't think.
And they already came out that he's going to test free agency. So.
Yeah, I don't think they can afford him or Marshawn. I think they're both gone.
Yeah, I
But
don't.
I think they're going to end up with Malkin somehow. I can.
Yeah,
feel
I
it in
agree.
my
I think
fucking
Malkin's
plums,
going to go
dude.
there.
It would make so much sense. Just do the same thing. I feel it in my plums.
The interview from the player that was drafted.
One more
first
minute on the
was,
clock. Get your reactions in there to the pick and to the Red Wings and everything that's going on. I don't think anybody's too. Is there anybody that's like crashing out?
No one's crashing out.
Yeah.
I think that they're making fun of the flagship that they're going to crash out over it. But,
yeah.
I just like there's no reason to crash out because at the end of the day, this is very similar to the JMO pick the Lions made. Like he has that explosive quality in him, but he's coming off an injury.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to recover. And you're not going to see him for at least 2 years. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean,
you're not going to see him for 2 years, I think, is being generous.
I mean, that's definitely – it could be generous. There's no doubt about it. But I have a feeling, because he fell so far, that – because when you're a high-skill guy like that, I mean, you can make up for the lack of weight and stuff like that. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm obviously not the prospect that JMO was. I mean, like, I'm not trying to blow this out of proportion, but I mean, the way that JMO
it's a
fell.
similar thing. I mean, JMO probably would have been higher than JMO probably would have been a top 4 pick if he didn't get injured. He would have been the first wide receiver off the board for sure. But yeah, I get what you're saying, and that's not a bad comp because he's extremely talented.
Yep, there's Atkinson, team partner of Schaefer for the future.
No, just kidding.
I mean, in terms of trading Dobson, and you get back Atkinson, Schaefer, and Oakland, I mean, that's a pretty good haul.
That's
I can't
a
lie.
pretty good haul.
Nick just crashed out about the Tigers in his post game.
They lost?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Red Wings picked Carter Bear. 6 foot, 180 pounds, winger.
Damn, Atkinson's dripping.
Young kid. He's
not even 18 yet.
Not even 18 yet. He's a great player. He plays hard. He's not a bitch, so I like that a lot. But we're not going to see him for, at the very least, 2 years.
And I mean, I think it's fair to say that the Islanders are about to pass us, Slaybomb, because they're getting close. I mean, they still got talent. They still got Barzal, even though they're exploring trade options. They got Sorokin still. So I mean, they're not done. Like, they're not out of it. They still have players. Like, Matthew Barzal would arguably be the best player in the Wings. Matthew Barzal would arguably be the best player in the Wings.
Yeah. I don't know if it's arguable.
That's probably a little generous to
he'd be your best player.
Raymond. Yeah, I mean, and they have a better goalie than you. So, like, you could definitely say it. Every team in the Eastern Conference got better today except for you.
Immediately, yes. Yeah.
And that kind of sucks.
Does kind of suck. Boston.
God, Boston,
that shit still
dude.
makes me sick, dude.
That's fucked.
Oh.
Boston. Holy crap. Holy crap. Damn, vibes were so high initially, and then all the stuff was coming out about Keandre Miller. Really thought it was going to happen. Knew in the back of my mind it wasn't. Oh, dude. Yes, we know his hit rate on first-round picks.
Yeah.
It is good.
It's a good pick. He's a good player.
It's a good pick. He will probably hit in some regard.
He's probably going to hit. He's going to be on the team,
Like
but he's probably going to be pretty good in 3 or 4 years.
If you look at their draft history, you have no reason to say that it's not going to work out because they went Sider, Raymond, Edvinsson, Kosa, Casper, Danielson, ASP, Nygaard. All those guys except Kosa will hit.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Not guaranteed. Well, I'm very high.
Pretty good.
I'm very high on everyone except Danielson at the moment.
I agree. Well,
this has been Woodward Wings Draft Show. Thanks for hanging out. Smash that like button. We appreciate you being here. Make sure you check out Woodward Wings tomorrow, 10 a.m. We'll prepare you for everything you need to know, free agency-wise. You can skip past the first 5 minutes of the video because we talk about Noah Dobson, and he got – I actually think we called it getting traded to Montreal.
Montreal, yeah.
Yeah, so we're in the rear view now. And
we were already in the rear view.
Well, we're in the rear view of more teams now.
Yeah.
And now the free agency becomes an even bigger step in the right direction. That has to happen.
Patrick Ofaria, I agree with you that Casper is a first liner.
Casper is a first
Casper needs to be a first liner now. Well, not now. Again, all right, sorry.
Yep.
That was the anger shark swimming. That was the anger shark swimming. There's still free agency. There's still an off season. Casper needs to be a superstar. Never mind. Sorry. Okay, that's probably even worse. Not next year. He doesn't need to be a superstar. He needs to be a superstar eventually. I think he has the most potential to be a guy like that. I think Casper's going to have a really good year next year. I think he's going to score around 30 goals. But
Casper's going to be unbelievable, and I think that you finally find the consistency with Lucas Raymond after he puts on some more weight.
I hope so. You need a lot of ifs. And, again, still a free agency. Camel's back isn't broken just yet.
Just go get a
But
D.
that's going to do it for us tonight.
Yes, it is. We are exhausted.
We're exhausted. We're going to get out of here. Here, let me end the stream real quick.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys so much for tapping in. We appreciate you. You guys make this go. Woodward Sports is about the people, and that's you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in to Woodward Wings' Draft Show. We'll catch you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Woodward Wings free agent.